You're listening to MyFM 101.3's coverage of high school football, brought to you by Milford Federal Bank, Joseph and Thomas Opticians, Milford Regional UMass Memorial Health, Crystal Pool and Spa, The Embroidery Bar in Milford, All Temp System, Milford Hardwood, Oliva's Market Catering and Gourmet Gift Shop, Peppercini's, Winks Salon and Spa, ABC Air Heating and Cooling, Milford Tire Service, Southwick Zoo, American Climbers, GNC Plumbing and Heating, Flood Fire Pro, Modern Design and Build, and Milford Nissan and Milford Nissan Collision Center. Now down to the field for high school football.
Welcome on into the Joseph and Thomas Opticians pregame show. We are just above the Merrimack River here in Amesbury, Massachusetts, pretty much the northernmost point of the state for some Division VII football in the round of 16, the quarterfinals of the MIAA state tournament. It is going to be a great matchup between the number 2 seed Amesbury and the number 7 seed Uxbridge Spartans. To my left, we have Trent Marlowe on the call with me. I am Joe Rice. Thank you very much for tuning in for this great matchup. Trent, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, Joe. Cold weather, it's great football, and I mean, these are two teams that in my mind are practically undefeated. I know Uxbridge has 2 losses. Those are 2 overtime losses, though. So right now, undefeated matchup right here. High school football doesn't get any better.
It's going to be a great game. I think this could be, this could have potentially have been a Super Bowl if things might have shaken out a little bit differently. Trent, you mentioned the 2 overtime losses for Uxbridge. Amesbury yet to lose this season.
Yeah, yet to lose this season, and I mean, that's for good reason. This is a team that just plays complete football. I mean, they beat South Hadley by a score of 43-8 in their last game. I mean, They are 9-0 for a reason. They don't just beat teams, they demolish teams.
And this is no easy matchup by any means for Amesbury. This is not a 7 seed at all in Uxbridge.
No, not a 7 seed at all, and I mean, that's pretty simply for one reason. That's the senior, Camden LaChapelle, the running back, 5'5", 185 pounds. I mean, this kid, his junior year, had over 2,000 yards. So far, 19 touchdowns on this season. He's going to be coming in today looking to just carry his team to victory.
As we now take a look across the field, Amesbury has jogged over to their sideline, and it looks like Uxbridge is huddled up in the end zone to my left as both teams are getting set to go. There is about 6 minutes to go until kickoff. And we're going to take it to – oh, nope. All right. Ty's just doing some things on the board right now. Disregard. We're going to keep it here. Talk to us a little bit about some important names for Amesbury, Trent.
Yeah, Amesbury, I mean, again, complete team. A lot of seniors, juniors on this team as well. I mean, you got Joseph Celia, senior running back. He's also a strong safety. He's really good this season. He scored a touchdown last week. He's 2-time Boston Herald Star of the Week this year. He has over 400 rushing yards in the regular season, 12 touchdowns, though. He gets in the end zone. That's what's important for this Amesbury team. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you got Ollie Peters, the senior defensive end, 3-sport athlete. He plays baseball, football, lacrosse. He can really do it all. I'm just looking forward to a good team performance from Amesbury. I mean, they just do it well on every single position, every single side of the football. That's the reason why they're undefeated. And they just have to see if they can slow down this Uxbridge running attack and see what happens from there.
Well, the one thing with Uxbridge is they have that winning quotient. Obviously, they've won the last 2 years in a row the state tournament. That has to count for something.
Yeah, it counts for something, but at the same time, Amesbury being undefeated counts for something. And,
absolutely.
I mean, it feels like a heavyweight matchup. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're, watching the Gladiator Arena. You got 2 heavyweights out there, and, we're just going to see who lands, the final punch.
Both sets of captains now approach midfield. I talked with Coach Blood briefly before the game, and we will get to that right now.
Coach, tough task tonight. Tell us a little bit about Amesbury and what their offense looks like.
Well, double tight T backfield, and they're a ground and pound team. So very physical game tonight.
A bit of a different scene for you guys compared to the past couple of years. Obviously, you're coming in as a road opponent tonight. Tell us a little bit about if there's a mind switch in tonight, or if it's the same mindset you've had in the past couple of years.
Yeah, well, I think as a group collectively, we try to preach the same mindset. But obviously individuals take their own paths, and we hope that collectively we can bring it home.
And finally, keys to victory tonight.
Stop the run and execute on offense.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we are now bringing it back to the field where Amesbury and Uxbridge have had the coin toss. Tonight's colors of the game brought to you by the Embroidery Bar. Uxbridge, they have their black helmets on with the orange U on the side of their helmet. They have their white jerseys on with orange trim, and they also have their white pants with orange trim as well. We look across now to Amesbury. They look a lot like Milford if you followed us all season. They have their red jerseys, red pants, white helmets, white trim as well on the sides. As we are now going to go to the national anthem. So we're going to kick it to a quick break here, and when we come back, we will have the game here on MyFM 101.3.
This is Paul Serpine. If you're a regular MyFM listener, you know me as the voice of Claflin Hill Symphony Orchestra, the guy who gets to stand in front of some of the best musicians in the region, wave a stick at them, and magically amazing music pours out. When I'm in front of our orchestra, I'm in my element. But when I'm in front of my oil burner at 4:30 in the morning with no heat, I'm as useful as a 6-month-old baby. I made a call to Jeffrey Mushnick and his orchestra over at Medway Oil and Propane, and what a performance by Jeffrey and his skilled technicians. Medway Oil and Propane.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
From contractors to consultants, restaurants to retail, every business is unique. They all, however, have the same goal, to get more out of their money. At Charles River Bank, we offer checking accounts that make banking easy, convenient, and personal. With support from local people who live and work in your neighborhood and can help deliver the powerful solutions your business needs. So if you're looking for an account and a relationship that works for your business, we're here for you. Charles River Bank, member FDIC, DIF.
At Imperial Cars, we're proud to support our local schools by contributing a portion of our business proceeds to purchase notebooks, binders, pens, pencils, crayons, markers, and other classroom essentials. Our Crayon the Van initiative is providing hundreds of local students and teachers with the school supplies and classroom supplies they need for a strong start to the school year. Because every student deserves a strong start. For over 30 years, Imperial Cars has been getting your family safely down the road and driving community impact.
Back here at Landry Memorial Stadium, where we are just about underway for the second round of the MIAA playoffs between Amesbury and Uxbridge. The quarterfinals, big matchup here tonight. Two great teams. One good team is going to have to go home tonight, Trent.
Yeah, and I mean, be honest there, Joe, that's probably the worst part about all this to me is these two teams deserve to go far in these playoffs. And, I mean, it's like a Super Bowl prior to the Super Bowl.
It feels that way
right now, yeah.
Tonight's game time and temperature is brought to you by All Temps Systems. It is currently 37 degrees here in Amesbury, and it is 6:29 as both teams are set to go. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Milford Hardwood. Let them floor you. Amesbury will be kicking from left to right to Uxbridge to get this game going. Pretty good-sized crowd over on the far sideline for Amesbury and a decent crowd here for Uxbridge. A lot of people made the commute, the long drive. Here's the kickoff, and we are underway, and it's a low liner that will be directed towards the sideline, and it will roll out around the 21-yard line. That will be a flag to get this game going.
Yeah, flag to get the game going, and, I mean, you got to win the game in all, three phases. You hear me say that pretty consistently, and we'll just see. Could be a one-off, could be what they do consistently, but Uxbridge offense needs it going here nice and early.
Yeah, we will see how they come out, but I think I have a pretty good idea about how they want to approach this game, Trent. It's going to be a lot of Camden-La Chapelle.
Yeah, and I mean, who could blame him? I mean, this kid has, 19 touchdowns on this season. He had 31 last year, over 2,000 yards last year. I mean, he's their superstar. It's his last year in this program here in high school. He's a senior. You got to use him while you have him. He's got to win this game. It's a big one.
Quick snap, and they do give it to LaChapelle, who's going to try to go up the middle, but he's bottled up very quickly. As that gets a big cheer from the far sideline. The Amesbury fans very happy about that quick stop. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Yeah, gain of a yard, but I don't think that changes anything. I mean, they knew where the ball was going on defense. They knew where the offense was going to do. And I think Uxbridge is going to hand it right back off to him again. Could you blame them? Uxbridge, good team. They have a really nice defense as well to complement this nice running game. But the running game is where it's at. If they can stop this Uxbridge running game, Amesbury is going to be able to run away with this game.
It is 2nd down and 9. They're calling it from the 35. We'll go with that. 11:20 to go here in the first. You haven't missed much if you're just tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff to LaChapelle. Now they're going to throw to a wide-open receiver on the far sideline. He's got a lot of space down past the 50, down to about the 47-yard line. A big gainer right there for Uxbridge.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just nice little out route off the bootleg and nice play call. I mean, I was expecting them to run it. I don't know. I think I'm certainly sure that Amesbury was expecting them to run it as well. And that's what Uxbridge is going to have to do tonight if they want to get that running game going. You need to pass the football. You need to run the football. And you need to, give LaChapelle a break when you can. That's a great pickup of yardage there for the offense to get started on the first drive here.
Uxbridge quarterback is Shea Paxton, the sophomore. Nice play on that first pass attempt. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to LaChapelle. Now he's going to try to kick it out to the left side. He breaks through a tackle past the 40, down close to the first down marker. He might have gotten it.
Yep, and they're moving the change there, Joe. And, I mean, there you go, 10-yard run right there. So he has 2 runs, 1 for 1 yard, 1 for 10. If I do my math right, that's 5.5 yards a carry. I mean, this is a kid who his junior year in high school averaged over 9 yards a carry. He is deadly in the running game, and that is helped out. You mentioned the sophomore quarterback, Paxton. He's 6'2", 180 pounds, big fellow back there, has done really nicely this season to complement his running back.
3 receivers on the far sideline, no one on the near right now. Shotgun formation, Paxton has LaChapelle at his hip. Here's the snap, and they're going to fake the handoff again. He's looking to throw to that far sideline, and it's contested, and it lands incomplete. Risky throw there.
Yeah, risky throw. Again, he's still a sophomore, still growing, but he is a really, really good quarterback. Last week, he had 153 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and only 6 completions, by the way, Joe. So, not the completions there, but the yardage and the scoring ability is there as well. He's at 18 touchdowns on the season. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards. He has over 100 attempts on the season as well. Only 4 interceptions. So he tends to protect the football. Probably uncharacteristic of him there.
2nd down and 10 from the Amesbury 37-yard line. 9:57 to go here in the first quarter. Joe Rice, Trent Marlowe giving you the call. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap, and they're going to fake the handoff to LaChapelle. He's looking to the left side now to the near sideline, but he sails it. He had an open guy over on the near sideline. Looked like it was Hunter Sheard.
Yeah, now it looks like Paxton's coming over to the sideline, getting some instructions from that coaching staff. I mean, They won their first playoff game very handily, this Uxbridge team did. 28-12 over Blue Hills. Those 2 games they lost, we already mentioned in the pregame show, went to overtime, so they haven't really had too many close games. There's plenty of leadership on this team, players that have won the state championship.
A lot of experience on this roster.
Yeah, they're ready to go today, and this 3rd down, they could still run the ball. That's the amazing part about this.
They definitely could. 3rd down and 10. Shotgun formation, 2 on the far sideline, 1 on the near. They fake the handoff. He's looking to throw. Paxton tons of time. He's going to throw over the middle. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Amesbury. The first big mistake comes at the hands of Uxbridge, and Amesbury will take over 1st and 10 from the 22. We'll take a quick break, and then Amesbury will take over after this break on MyFM 101.3.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Quick handoff to Amesbury to get this drive going after the big turnover results in a gain of about 5 or so yards.
Yeah, good handoff there for Amesbury. Just going to the running back, the number 3, Joe Celia, the senior who I mentioned pregame. A little bit bigger than LaChapelle, 5'8",
Certainly.
And 165 over there, but he can get moving as well. Had a touchdown last week. He's over 500 yards rushing on the season, so he's a big part of this Amesbury offense as well.
Amesbury likes to run this offensive formation that you can see on your screen as they're going to give it to the running back straight through, and he almost broke it the distance. He gets past the 40 down to around the 44-yard line. A big gainer right there.
Yeah, and you kind of see the three-headed monster in the backfield there. There's Sociedad and as well as Celia, and then you also have the underclassman there as well, the junior Joe Pulio. He scored 3 touchdowns last week, so this running game is where they get their points, but it's very much a backfield by committee, as you could tell. If they're not running the ball, they're blocking for their runner.
3 backs behind the quarterback. Amesbury playing it tight. Everyone up on the line. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to the running back straight through the middle, and he'll push his way forward close to midfield. Looks like he's down at about the 47 or 48.
Yeah, close to midfield. And on the defense for Uxbridge, I'm looking at number 52, the senior captain, the defensive end, Julian Rosenberg. This kid can bench 300 pounds. He squats 385. He's a true athlete is what he is, and he can really get after the quarterback, stop the run game. He's going to have to lead his team here today.
Under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Amesbury's got the ball, and they're looking to run it down Uxbridge's throats after the turnover. Here's the snap, and they're going to run it straight up the middle again between the tackles. Spinning his way past the 50 is the Amesbury running back. Couldn't get a number on that.
Yeah, I believe that was Celia, again, number 3. So he had the first carry, now the third carry. Celia's their primary back, but they love to spread that ball out, give everybody plenty of attempts. Heavy run offense here, and again, the Uxbridge defense is going to have to stop them. Both of these teams love to run the football here today.
3rd down and 1. Ball will be placed at the Uxbridge 48-yard line. We are at about 7 minutes and 20 seconds now in the first, still scoreless. Each team has had a drive. Uxbridge turned the ball over. We will see what Amesbury can do. Here's the 3rd and 1 rush, and it looks like he got plenty for the first down, and he did.
Yep, moving the change, taking time off the clock. It's already starting to feel like it's an Amesbury win. I know it's 0-0, but they got a turnover, uncharacteristic of the Uxbridge quarterback, and now Amesbury's driving down the field so methodically like they always do. And, this is a team that they're undefeated. They want the state championship this year. You just know they do, and Uxbridge definitely a hurdle in their pathway.
So 1st and 10 from the 44 of Uxbridge, under 6:45 to play. Time continues to tick down here in the first quarter. Same formation that has been the entire drive. 3 backs just lined up next to each other as they give it to the back on the right side, and he'll push for a couple.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Joe. I don't even know what you call that formation.
I think it's just a T or whatever.
Yeah, just throwing 3 running backs in the back. It's not wishbone offense. It's nothing crazy. It's just smash mouth football at its finest.
2nd down and 8 from the 42 after Uxbridge gets a nice stop right there on 1st and 10. Here's the thing. If you can keep Amesbury behind the chains, you put them in a tough spot.
Oh, 100%. But I can say that for both of these teams.
Absolutely.
Obviously, LaChapelle, he could break when he can get the big yardage plays as well. But, these are quarterbacks that don't throw the ball that many times a game.
2nd down and 8, under 6 to play. Here's the snap. They're going to pitch it to the running back on the left side. He's going to break through and avoids a tackle, and he's got plenty for the first down. He gets past the Uxbridge 30 down to around the 26, 25-yard line. And on that play, it was Joe Pulio.
Yeah, the junior Joe Pulio. I already mentioned him. That's his first carry of the day, but he had 3 touchdowns last week. So, he can do it as well. He had a 51-yard run at one point, and then had a 2-yard score right at as well. He does it all. If it's goal line, if it's long distance, he can do it all. He's got the motor to just play all game. He's going to take over for Joe Celia when Celia graduates coming up because he's only a junior right now. So just looking to get as many touches as he can, and he's going to set Amesbury up for a lot of success, not just this year, but also next year.
Bit of a different formation this time, as it looks like at this time it is a wishbone formation with the receiver out on the far sideline. They're going to give it to the running back on the left side, though, who's trying to avoid a tackle but can't. Nice tackle that time by Uxbridge, only a gain of about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Celia just bouncing that outside. Does a good job, but there's nowhere to go when you got 2 defenders in front of you.
So about 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Amesbury's had the ball ever since they intercepted the football down by the 21.
So, Joe, I mean, I think I have to say, we've called a few games together over the course of this high school season, some really good games. And I think this game's going to be probably the best game we've called, and it might also be the fastest with the way these teams run the football.
Well, you know what I say to that. Don't jinx it. Second down and 7 from the 23. Wishbone formation again. One receiver on the far sideline. No deep safeties here for Uxbridge. They're expecting a run, and it is not a run. It was a play action, and it works. No, it doesn't work. Or excuse me, it does work, but it's a gain of a few.
Yeah, right on the sideline there, stepping out of bounds. You know, that's pretty standard of what Amesbury's passing offense is. It's going to be short. It's going to be check downs because that running game, you have to load the box, so you just got to get the ball out wide.
Play action bootleg that time to the left side, just kind of pitched that ball out to his receiver who didn't have enough space to turn up the field. So it'll be 3rd and about 1. We'll call it from the 17. That's what the scoreboard says. So this is the first time any team's been in the red zone. Again, back to that T formation, that 3 backs next to each other as they go with a quarterback sneak. And did he get it? He's going to be close. It looks like he probably got it. And they're going to give it to him. So that will be a first down for Amesbury. They've had a lot of 3rd and short opportunities so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3rd and short, but there's a reason for that. They run the football, and they run the football, and surprisingly, they run the football.
Right.
But no, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to continue to run the football until Uxbridge stops it. And Uxbridge, so far on this opening drive, has not shown the ability to stop it. I mean, this is an Amesbury team that's undefeated for a reason. They found their juice doing this season. And they're going to continue to do that. They also play really good defense. You need to remember that. Yep. They run the football and play really good defense.
They needed 1 on 3rd down. They got 2. 3:55 to play here in the first. Amesbury under center. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to the back straight through. He's going to go to the right side of the offensive line this time, and he'll battle his way down close to the 10, right around the 11.
Yeah, you know, another simple run there for Amesbury. That's what they're going to do. You're just going to see those red jerseys on the offensive line get forward, get upfield, and just knock blockers, pick up their men, you know, get the blockers and see what their running backs can do. They have really talented running backs. They have really talented offensive linemen, and they're just doing it all today.
Under center for Amesbury is number 2, Justin Dubé, as he will now get back under center. Same formation. Here's the snap. Quickly, they will get it out to the man up the middle. Excuse me, that fooled me. They faked the pitch. They go right up the middle with it, and it's an easy touchdown for Amesbury. It is 6-0 Amesbury with 3:07 to go in the first.
Well, I mean, nice little, you know, disguise, trickery play, whatever you want to call it, but it works out, and there's a score for Amesbury.
So 1 drive, 1 touchdown after the turnover, and Amesbury immediately comes out with a lead. There's 3:07 to go in the first, as they will look to, I believe, well, I don't want to speak too early, but it looks like they're going to try to go for 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, who could blame them? They have a great rushing offense. Uxbridge hasn't been able to stop it yet. Maybe they want to set the tone early.
So they are going to go for 2. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to the back straight through, but he is stuffed, and that is no good. So it is 6-0 Amesbury. We will see if Uxbridge can respond when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
This fall, bring your outdoor projects to life with McIntyre Loam. Local, trusted, and dirt rich. For over 50 years, McIntyre Loam has supplied top quality loam, mulch, sand, gravel, and more to homeowners and contractors around Hopkinton and Douglas. Now through the end of October, take advantage of their fall special on screened loam, perfect for planting, leveling, or preparing your yard for the winter. Prefer to pick it up? Visit one of their convenient locations, or let them bring it straight to your doorstep. Call 508-435-5376 today. Orders by phone only. And get your project ready before the first frost.
Back here in Amesbury, where they currently have a 6-0 lead over the Uxbridge Spartans. 1 drive, 1 turnover for Uxbridge, as opposed to 1 drive, 1 touchdown for Amesbury. We will see what Uxbridge can do here on drive number 2. They're definitely going to need some sort of response here, Trent.
Yeah, it's really just how that sophomore quarterback Paxton, how he's going to respond. Again, that's only his 5th interception on the season. So Doesn't really throw a lot of picks. Threw one there. You know, it was a good disguise on the coverage from Amesbury, but he just needs to recover. They need to get LaChapelle going, and they should be just fine as long as they're able to do that.
As the kick now is a low liner, and it will softly roll to Uxbridge, where it's pitched to LaChapelle, who's got a bit of a hole. He fights through a couple tackles, gets down to about the 41-yard line. And, I mean, the easiest comparison, in my opinion, to Camden LaChapelle is Danny Woodhead, because he's small, low center of gravity. He avoids tackles like it's nothing. Just reminds me a ton of that player.
Yeah, I mean, I love that comparison. And if I'll be honest, I mean, the player he reminds me most of is Camden LaChapelle. He is his own player. You don't see many players like that. And, you know, he fights off tackles. He moves very nicely and always keeps his feet turning. That's a massive part of what you need to do when you're running back.
Man in motion going to the far sideline as the ball is dropped by Uxbridge, and it is an aborted snap. They're going to have to just land on the football, and that is not the start you want here in drive number 2.
Yeah, the 6'2" sophomore quarterback, Shea Paxton. I mean, through the interception on the last drive, as I said, uncharacteristic of him, but maybe that shook his confidence. Maybe it's in. I mean, now you're in a really long yardage situation on second down. Wouldn't be surprised if he tried to pass it here. I mean, Paxton had over 150 passing yards last week. He had 2 passing touchdowns. He just hasn't shown that so far today. Plenty of time to recover, though. Again, still 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. We haven't even gotten 3 more quarters of football to play after that. So got to see what this young man does.
Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw to the far sideline. It's a slant route, and it's caught by Uxbridge, and they get a whole chunk of that yardage back. Looks like he might have gotten about 13 or so, maybe 14 yards on that 2nd and 18. That was crucial to keep this drive potentially alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little inside route on the inside of that defense as they kind of back off when they realize it's not a run. You know, you're going to be expecting a run almost every time playing this Uxbridge offense. You're going to want to get your guys upfield, and sometimes that can really open up, especially that middle of the field where the linebackers tend to sit in coverage, kind of open that up because those are the guys that got to read the running back for the Amesbury defense.
3rd down and 5, minute 40 to go here in the first. 3 receivers on the near sideline. As they snap the ball, and looking to throw is Paxton, and it's caught over the middle. Getting up the field quickly is Uxbridge down to about the 36-yard line, and I believe it was Cody Veneziano.
Yeah, 2 catches in a row now for Veneziano. You know, the senior does a nice job, you know, gets involved in the passing game as well. Great blocker as well. You have to be a good blocker if you want to play on offense for Uxbridge. That's the way it works. So, you know, we're seeing a lot more, you know, passing attempts that I would have expected out of the Uxbridge offense, but maybe they're expecting that, you know, great defense of Amesbury to be really worried about shutting down their run game with LaChapelle.
So 1st and 10 from the 35 of Amesbury. Uxbridge converts on the 3rd and 5. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to LaChapelle up the middle. He's going to dive through the hole, and he'll fight through a couple tackles, gets past the 25 down, fighting his way towards the 20-yard line. It takes 6 Amesbury players to bring him down. What a run right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you run the football. You know, when you're in the backyard and you're 8 years old and your dad puts the cones out and tells you to do high knees over the cones, that's what you're told to do. You know, that's why, because he kept his knees moving, kept his feet moving, was able to keep going forward, gain more yardage, fight through the tackles there.
So it will be 1st and 10 from the 22 of Amesbury after the big run from LaChapelle. We will see if that propels him for the rest of this game. There's about 30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. 2 receivers are going to be lined up on the near sideline, 2 on the far sideline. Shotgun formation again, Paxton with LaChapelle. Now Paxton's going to put a man in motion. He's going to go from near to far sideline. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it back to LaChapelle, who's going to try to find a hole up the middle. He'll fight his way through, past the 20 to the 15, 10, down to about the 7. Big run right there. Patient running from LaChapelle.
There we go. Back-to-back big runs from LaChapelle. And, I mean, that's what we expected going into this game. So now we're getting it, and I could not be more excited. This is why I wanted to come to this game. We get to watch this kid. I mean, listen, he's the 2nd-ranked running back in the state right now. That's not easy to do when you're 5'5", and there's a reason he's able to do that.
That was the end of the first quarter, and when we come back, Uxbridge will be 1st and goal. It's 6-0 Amesbury after 1 here on My FM 101.3.
Dad, let's get you some new glasses.
I don't want to go to one of those big stores. They rush me, and I can never get the right fit.
That's why we're going to Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They take their time and really care about finding the best lenses for you.
Now that sounds like a real service. No wonder they've been trusted in Milford for decades.
Exactly. Let's go. Your new glasses are waiting.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Visit us at josephandthomasopticians.com.
Back here in Amesbury, as it is currently 6-0 in favor of Amesbury. Uxbridge, though, they have the ball first and goal, and they'll be going now from left to right.
Yeah, going from left to right. But I tell you, I thought you were about to say they're going to their man, LaChapelle, because that's where this football needs to be headed immediately. Just turn around, don't even think about it. I don't care what the call is. Just needs to be a run play right up the middle, right up the gut. I know they had 2 passing touchdowns last week. I'll be honest, I don't really care when you're running back like LaChapelle. You're in the red zone. Just hand it off to him. Let him do his thing. But both passing touchdowns last week from Shea Paxton were within 15 yards of the end zone. They were red zone touchdowns. So maybe that's something they've been experimenting with, working with. They did that when they played Blue Hills last week in the opening game of the playoffs. So we'll see what they do here. They got a nice spread formation. Looks like they have 5 receivers out. So whether that's trying to spread the defense, open up for LaChapelle, or just hand it off, we're going to see here.
Here's the snap. They're going to give it to LaChapelle up the middle. He's fighting his way, and he barely goes down. He looked like he was going to keep his feet for a moment, but he does not. He goes down right around the 4.
Yeah, just tripped up. That you're literally sticking your arm out there. I believe that was the defensive end there for Uxbridge. He was already on the ground. The blocker had got to him, but just kind of sticks his arm out, barely trips him up. That you're praying at that point that he goes down. It almost feels like the inevitable is coming.
11.5 to go in the half. Second and goal. It's from the 4-yard line. Shotgun formation again. LaChapelle next to Paxton. 3 receivers on the near. They're going to give it to LaChapelle, who's going nowhere, and he's driven backwards. A big stop right there from Amesbury.
Yeah, that's just not something you see often. But whatever they saw on film this week, Amesbury coaches able to make a nice play call based off what Uxbridge has been doing, able to drive them backwards. You got to remember, this is an Uxbridge Spartans team that they've been averaging over 36 points a game this year. So, when they get in the red zone, they tend to score.
Third and goal from the 8-yard line. Bit of an interesting call here, in my opinion, Trent.
I'll be honest with you, Joe. If I was a betting man, I would say they're going to pass it right now. They did it last week. I would expect them to do the same thing here this week, especially when all eyes are on their running back.
Shotgun formation, 3 on the near sideline, 1 on the far. They're just going to pass. It's a straight drop back. Paxton looks to the near sideline. Turning up the field is the receiver for Uxbridge, but he's pushed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So it will be 4th and goal, and this will be an interesting decision.
Yeah, you have number 5, the sophomore, Blake Rosenberg. He's a pretty good kicker. He also plays outside linebacker for Uxbridge as well as wide receiver. So he's pretty much always on the field. So we'll be interested to see what they go with, but it seems to me like there's no question there. And Coach Matt Blood in his 6th year at Uxbridge says we're going for it.
So they're going to go for it. It's actually 4th and goal from the 7, so check that. He must have been a little bit short of that 5-yard line. 1 receiver on the near sideline, 2 on the far. Here's the snap, 4th and goal, all for the money. Here it comes as Paxton's looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he goes down. Amesbury gets the clutch sack, as Paxton had no option to throw that football.
Yeah, really good zone defense by Amesbury. They, just kind of follow their man, track where the runners were going. Just don't want to give up any too big gaps when you're defending that red zone. You got to remember, nothing can go over the top. That helps the defense out a lot of times. And they were able to just kind of sit in it, and get eyes on the quarterback, eyes on receivers, everything in front of them, make sure nothing too disastrous happened, and able to get a nice stop there.
So 2 drives for Uxbridge. They're able to move the football but can't cash in. Obviously, this one a turnover on downs and the interception earlier. We will see if they can make a stop, as Amesbury has gotten into the end zone once already. They will be 1st and 10 from their own 10. Under center now is Amesbury. Dubé is going to look to roll out. He's looking to throw deep down the field. He's got a man. He's open, and it's caught down to the 50, to the 40. He breaks the tackle. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Amesbury.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, it's this senior, Joseph Celia. You know, he normally plays running back, gets out there in the passing game this time. I mean, he has 12 touchdowns on the season, scored one last week. Now he's got another one. And golly me, oh my, that's how you run the football to the end zone right there.
A 90-yard touchdown for Amesbury, and they have a 12-0 lead with 9:22 to play here in the half. Looks like Amesbury is probably going to attempt the extra 2 points, as they're going to try to make it a 14-point game. But what a momentum shift after the first and goal for Uxbridge. It looked like they were going to take the lead if they could make the extra point. But after the goal line stand and a 90-yard touchdown, Amesbury has really stepped on the throat of Uxbridge early on. And they are going to go for 2. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to the running back straight through. Did he get in? It looks like he's in, and he is. It is 14-0 Amesbury with 9:22 to play in the half. When we come back, Uxbridge needs to score on My FM 101.3.
Mom, do I really have to wear glasses?
You do, sweetie. But don't worry, Joseph and Thomas Opticians has lots of fun frames.
Can I pick any pair I want?
Absolutely. And they'll make sure they fit just right.
Oh, they make me look super smart.
That's because you are super smart. And you'll see even better now.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
Back here in Amesbury, and what a momentum shift we have in this game. It is 14-0 Amesbury after a couple huge plays. They made the 4th down stop the very next play. They go 90 yards to the house, and with the feather on top, they get the 2-point conversion. It is 14-0.
Yeah, 14-0, but you don't feel like this Uxbridge offense is out of it. They've moved the ball both times. They've gotten it. First time, they had the interception. And then second time, turnover on downs in the red zone. This is an offense that's continued to move this ball against what is a very good Amesbury defense. So if they're able to do that, they're still very much in this game. This drive is crucial, though. You need to get some sort of points on the board here. You got to move the ball again. You cannot let this become a one-way ball game.
Amesbury will be kicking from right to left, and Uxbridge will be left to right, returning it. Here is the kick, and it's another liner directed towards the sideline. It's caught by Uxbridge. They're going to look to do the fake this time, actually. They faked an end around, and going out of bounds this time is Uxbridge. A late hit that time from Amesbury. No flag on the play as Uxbridge slowly ran to the sideline. That was Jaden Davis. Or excuse me, that was Thatcher Sweeney. Check that.
Yep. Thatcher Sweeney on the return there. Does a nice job. It looked to me like he got hit a little bit out of bounds, but no flag there from the referee. Uxbridge out here on offense now, looking to get some stuff going. The passing games look pretty good so far. So is the run game. It's just you can't turn the ball over. You got to score in the red zone. Still plenty of time left on this clock. Both teams running this football though, and I think you just got to let the man himself carry the ball. It's LaChapelle's game.
Paxton puts a man in motion. It's Sweeney, and they'll give it to him on an end around going to the far sideline. He cuts up the middle of the field down to the 45 and gets past the 45 to about the 47, but he was almost off to the races there.
Yeah, and that was Sweeney's 10th carry of the season. He has 9 carries coming today for only 48 yards, so he's done pretty well. That end around sweep is something they tend to break out every now and then. Sweeney, nice, tall, lanky wide receiver. He's pretty fast, too. Gets going in the run game there for Uxbridge.
1st and 10 for Uxbridge. They're at their own 47, 8:50 to play in the half. Here's the snap. Paxton looking to throw. He'll throw over the near sideline, and it is complete. It'll get into Amesbury territory. It'll be down right around the 46.
Yeah, and, good little throw right there. I like that, throwing on 1st down when your offense is known for running it so much, running it 1st, 2nd down. You get a nice little chunk yardage that was just as good as a run, kept the ball in play, able here hopefully on what is 2nd and short that you're able to run the ball, move the chains, and just keep the drive going because you just got to build confidence now if you're Uxbridge.
Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to LaChapelle, who's going to run up the near sideline on the right side of the offensive line. He might be stacked just a little short of that first down marker, and they are going to mark him short, so it will be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, mark him short, 3rd and 1, but that's fine because, I mean, the only time we've seen him take a tackle for a loss today was in the red zone on 3rd down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here because this is a similar situation where, you know, if he gets to where he needs to get to, which is about a yard, right to the first down marker, you know, they move the change. Uxbridge defense needs to stop. They know where the ball is going. They just got to get upfield and be able to stop this great running back.
2 receivers on the far sideline, 1 in the near, shotgun formation. Oh, early movement that time from Uxbridge, and that's going to back them up 5. They had 3rd and 1. It will now be much more difficult.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate if you're Uxbridge. You know, the inside slot receiver, he's ready to go. He's ready to either pick up his block, run the route, whatever it is. The ball's coming to him quick. Don't know what the exact play call was, but it's just unlucky. And maybe it changes things. Maybe now you let Paxton throw the ball. You could still hand it off to LaChapelle, you know, get the 6-7 yards, whatever it is now. But we'll see what happens.
So after the 5-yard backup, it'll be 3rd and 6 from the Amesbury 49. 7 minutes to play here in the half. 3 receivers, trips bunch on the near sideline. Now a man goes in motion to the far. Now there's 2 on the far sideline. Here's the snap. They'll fake the handoff. Paxton looking to throw. He's got tons of time. He's going to huck it deep down the field. And getting open is Uxbridge. He's in. A huge touchdown for Uxbridge, 49 yards. And they're on the board. It's 14-6.
Yeah, well, how about it? Thatcher Sweeney, he had a carry in this drive, and now he has a touchdown in the passing game. The wide receiver's getting it done for his team. You know, tall, lanky, gets open well, and you know, what a perfectly placed ball from Paxton as well.
What a pass that time from Shea Paxton. He knew exactly where to put that football. He has a lot of confidence in Thatcher Sweeney as well, it's clear. A beautiful throw right into the end zone, right in the bucket. Here's the extra point attempt, and the kick is up. And it's good. So it's 14-7. We will see if Uxbridge can make a stop here, and they can get the ball back and try to tie things before the end of the half. On MyFM 101.3.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab. UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
Back here in Amesbury, that was a much-needed touchdown, Trent, for Uxbridge.
Well, much needed, and it felt like it was coming the whole game so far.
Right.
It really did. I mean, their first drive, they were moving the football, almost in the red zone, throw an interception. Second drive, they get all the way down, probably within 5 yards, and then they get, 4 downs, and they turn the ball over on downs. Finally, they get it there. Not how I thought they were going to get it, big dagger play, but now we've seen one of those from each of these teams here, and, it's almost like we're right back where we started prior to 2 bombs being thrown.
It's 14-7. Here's the kick from Uxbridge, and it's a low liner. That'll be picked up by Amesbury on the far sideline. Looks like he's got a bit of a hole down to around the 50, and he gets through to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Amesbury. I don't see a flag on the field either. It is 20-7 for Amesbury, and what a shock.
I mean, oh my goodness. What I would pay right now to be in that Amesbury student section, they look like they're having a great time. I mean, Amesbury fans going absolutely wild. Kickoff return after, your defense just got obliterated on a bomb. What is Uxbridge supposed to do?
Well, that is a tough pill to swallow if you're Uxbridge. You just get a huge touchdown to get within 1 score, and the special teams can't bring down the returner. It is 20-7 in favor of Amesbury, who will be looking to go for 2 here to make it a 15-point game. 6:38 to go in the half, and the Uxbridge offense, after just scoring, is going to have to score again here.
Yeah, we might have ourselves an old-fashioned shootout right here. Joe, I mean, these teams are just going at it, and it's offense on offense, and it's good football.
As they are under center, and they're going to give it to the back through. Did he get in? He's short. So it's 20-7. Uxbridge keeps it a 13-point game. And when we come back, they're going to need to score again on MyFM 101.3.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Back here at Amesbury, and it is 20-7 Amesbury. What a half of football. A lot of fireworks in this one. Not really what I expected, Trent. I thought it was going to be a methodical game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's what anybody expected, besides maybe the coaches. I mean, if you're head coach Colin McLean of the Amesbury Hawks right now, you have to be extremely happy with how your special teams is played, your offense is played, even your defense. They got a turnover and a red zone stop.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, this Amesbury team is showing why they're a complete football team, showing why they're undefeated. Uxbridge, on the other hand, a few little simple mistakes that have hurt them, but overall their offense is still really clicking. They're still very much in this one because of that. Again, they need to get points this drive to keep up with Amesbury, but definitely doable when they've been playing the way they have on offense for Uxbridge.
Here is the kick from Amesbury, and it's another low liner that'll be directed towards the sideline. Will it roll out? Yes. That's almost like one of those quasi onside kicks where if it lands on that sideline, there's really nobody who's going to pick that football up if you're Uxbridge. So Amesbury had an opportunity there if that ball just sat. Obviously, it rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, it was the junior Blake Rosenberg out there who kind of ran towards it. It almost looked as if he had touched it. Didn't end up touching it. That's why they got the flag there, obviously. But, you know, it's a weird special teams play, but we've seen it every kickoff from Amesbury so far.
And like I said, I think they're trying to get another possession out of it. I think they're trying to pick up that football and get the ball back if they can just keep that ball from going out of bounds. It will be a kickoff out of bounds. They're going to take over at the 39 because it's better field position than what the actual penalty would have been. I believe they would have taken over at the 35. Trips bunch on the near sideline. There's one receiver on the far. Shotgun formation, LaChapelle next to Paxton. Here's the snap. Paxton straight drop back going to throw, and it's a misconnection that time, and it was nearly tipped and intercepted. It was tipped by the wide receiver of Uxbridge, which kept the ball in the air for an extra second.
Yeah, it was Thatcher Sweeney out there on that route coming from the outside, the far side receiver, just coming across the middle, finding that space in the Amesbury defense, but can't tip that. The ball is just behind him. That's really what it is there.
Exactly.
He's still reaching for it. I don't blame him. I'd be worried if the ball was going behind me if I was a receiver out there as well. But, just kind of lucky there that the Amesbury defense didn't have anybody standing in that exact spot where the ball fell, but the passing needs to be just slightly better on that pass. I mean, we saw an amazing, bomb, for lack of a better term, from Paxton previously, and then that's not as good there.
Here's the snap. Paxton looking to throw again, and he's going to throw it to Sweeney again, but it's going to land incomplete. Good coverage that time from Amesbury. That was Dubé, the quarterback.
Yeah, and Thatcher Sweeney saying something to his sideline, pointing at himself, talking to his coaches, saying he needs something, wants something. They're seeing something. They passed the ball twice in a row. That's not on brand for this Uxbridge team, even when they're down like this. Like, they can run the football and go get points here, go into half quite easily. But, I mean, now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 here. Going to have to pass again, trusting a lot in their, sophomore quarterback, Shea Paxton. He can do it. But, again, only 6 completions last week. They barely threw the ball that much. He did 2 touchdown passes, but still, I would think this was going to be LaChapelle's game coming in, and it's felt more like Shea Paxton's game.
3rd and 10 from the 39. They're going to actually move LaChapelle out in motion as there's nobody with Paxton who's going to drop it back and he's going to throw over the middle into double coverage, and that's going to land incomplete as well. It will be 4th and 10, and there's no doubt here Uxbridge is going to punt the football away.
Yeah, they don't have a choice, and that's the first offensive drive we've seen from Uxbridge where they didn't deserve points. It felt like they deserved points on the other 2, even if it was just a field goal on 1 or 2 of them. So that's rough. But, I mean, this is an Amesbury team that you come into today and you're like, oh, you look at all their score lines. It's like, oh, this team, they blow you out on offense and they play really good defense. And we haven't really seen the really good defense until that drive. I mean, we saw the nice stand, the goal line stand. We saw the interception, obviously, but they gave up a lot of yardage on those drives.
It's a low punt this time that will bounce and roll a bit. And Uxbridge is going to have to touch this football to get past the 30, down to around the 20, call it the 20. And when we come back, Amesbury will have the football. 6:10 to go here in the half on MyFM 101.3, 20-7
At
Amesbury.
ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
This is a must-stop here, Trent. 20-7 Amesbury. Uxbridge can't afford to go down another score.
No, they really can't, especially if they want to be able to run the football on offense. You have Ushpo for a reason. You can't give him the ball in the backfield, though, for him to run it if you're down by 3 scores. It really becomes that simple. You need to keep this as close a game as possible, and they need to get a turnover, stop something here.
As they quickly run it up the middle, and a big gainer right there on 1st and 10. Looks like a gain of about 9.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the Amesbury coaching staff trusting their senior running back, Celia. He does a really nice job falling forward there, just up the gut, good blocking from the offensive line, solid run play. You see that at every level of football, whether it's Pee Wee football or the NFL or college. You're going to have a run play where, it's really just an H-back dive, and you're going to get guys out front, and the guards push out. You just make as much room as you can up the middle and let your running back get a full head of steam, see how far they can get.
2nd down and 1. 2 backs with Dubé, the quarterback, under center. 1 receiver now in motion going from the near sideline to the far. They're going to give it to the running back straight through the middle. He breaks through a tackle, breaks through another tackle, down to the 45, down to the 50, 45 of Uxbridge to the 40, 35, 30, 25. He stutters and goes down at the 20. What a run that time from Amesbury.
Yeah, I mean, great run. I don't know what else to say there. I mean, that's how you juke out defenders. That's how you run. And, I mean, you can almost feel the Uxbridge defenders. They seem exhausted chasing after another Amesbury running back as he breaks one downfield.
Connor Scialdoni for Amesbury on the run. 1st and 10 from the 20 of Uxbridge, under 5 to play in the half. That is a huge gain for Amesbury, who's looking to step on Uxbridge's throats here.
Yeah, I mean, this is just it's great running football. That's really what it is. The blockers are picking up their men. They're picking up their marks. They're getting out in front of it. They're getting downfield. They're getting it's perfect football from an offensive point of view from Amesbury so far.
They're going to give it to the running back straight through the middle. He'll get down to around the 16. He's pushing his way towards the 15, but I think he's down at the 16.
Yeah, just push through, keep churning. That's what the Amesbury running offense is all about.
I believe that was Ben Wood.
Yeah, Wood, just nice way to fall forward there from Ben Wood. Consistent, and Uxbridge defense, no answer so far today.
2nd down and 6. They're back in the red zone. 4 minutes to play in the half. Amesbury taking an extra second right now in the huddle. They're in absolutely no rush as they have a 2-possession lead. They are inside the red zone as well. They're in that T formation again, called the wing T. 3 backs lined up next to each other. They're going to give it back to Wood, who is stuffed at the 15. Only a gain of 1 that time. Nice stop right there from Uxbridge. They're going to need a couple more of those.
Yeah, that might be the best defensive play we've seen from Uxbridge, at least on the defensive line when it comes to that. They had a nice stop on the most recent 2-point attempt from the defensive line as well. Again, I mentioned it again. I look at number 52, the defensive end, Julian Rosenberg. He's the captain for a reason. He gets upfield nice, so he gets off his blocks nicely. And, he was able to kind of push the pile there, get his linebacker, defensive tackle, and making the stop.
3rd down and 5. Amesbury still in the huddle, as now they'll finally break the huddle. Uxbridge needs to dig deep here defensively. They need a stop. They're going to put Wood out far. 2 backs this time. They're going to snap it. They're going to give it, fake it, the handoff, as they're going to try to dump it off to the far sideline. It's caught, and into the end zone is Amesbury. It's Joe Celia for Amesbury, 26-7.
I mean, it feels like there's nothing that this Uxbridge defense can do right now. It's very unfortunate. I mean, they've been playing hard. You could tell that they're working hard. But, I mean, Amesbury just firing on all cylinders, and that's the reason why they're undefeated. You could see it right now. I mean, this is such a good Amesbury team, and they are doing what they want with the football.
One thing I will say about Amesbury, their ability to fool the defenders of Uxbridge has been uncanny. Their play fakes have been unbelievable. That play action, that had me fooled for a second. Their first touchdown fooled me completely.
Yeah, and it really just comes from, when you're always putting this many guys in the backfield. We get another weird play here
Look
right
at this
now.
formation. There's 3 down linemen as Uxbridge, I believe, is going to call a timeout. Yes, they will. So we'll take a quick break ourselves here on MyFM 101.3.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Football game, hometown pride, and American climbers serving in and around Hopkinton is right there with you. Proud sponsor of high school football and your go-to for expert tree care. Play hard, climb harder. AmericanClimbers.com.
Back here in Amesbury, Uxbridge having to take a timeout with 2:51 remaining in the half. They are down 19 points. Bit of a funky formation that time from Amesbury resulted in Uxbridge wanting to take a breather to kind of talk through things if they go back in that formation.
Yeah, and that's really just to kind of, slow things down. You don't want to give the 2 points here. You want to not only for the score, obviously, but help get your defense something to build off of, especially going in to halftime, under 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. If they're able to get stopped here, maybe you find something. Maybe you're able to motivate a few guys because really they need something big to go their way, like a turnover. But a stop here would kind of get that going.
So Amesbury was able to convert on 3rd and 5 and get into the end zone on that same play. A nice play action that time as Amesbury will go back in that formation. There's 3 down linemen for Amesbury. Dubé is in the shotgun, I guess you could call it. 2 receivers on the far sideline. 4 down linemen on the near sideline. So they're going to throw it over the middle, and it's caught. A beautiful play design from Amesbury. Definitely had Uxbridge confused. It is 28-7. Amesbury, 2:51 remaining in the half. Uxbridge needs to score to keep pace. Here on MyFM 101.3.
Are you looking for custom apparel that stands out? The Embroidery Bar in Milford is the place for businesses, families, schools, and teams who want to look sharp. Local and dependable, they've got everything from tees and jackets to cups and unique gifts.
I'm Anthony, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. Whatever you need, embroidery, printing, or custom gear, we'll make it happen. We're here for our community, and we're ready to work with you.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Back here at Amesbury, Amesbury is putting the pedal to the metal right now on Uxbridge. Uxbridge trying to just keep pace right now as Amesbury looks like an unstoppable force. It is 28-7 Amesbury over Uxbridge right now with 2:51 remaining in the half.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been an offensive clinic from Amesbury. A quite strange offense that they do run, but it works just perfectly for them. And, I mean, it's on brand what they've done all season. There's a reason they're undefeated. There's a reason they're one of the favorites to win the state championship this year. And you can see that all here.
Here it's another low kick this time, and it's picked up by Uxbridge, just going to the ground this time. They'll be 1st and 10 from their own 37 with 2:50 remaining in the half. They do have a pair of timeouts, I believe. They did use one that I can recall. I don't think they've used any others.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a pair of timeouts, and we've talked about this kick formation. We've seen it a bunch of times now from this Amesbury special teams. That one didn't even float in the air. That was just right over the ground there. And part of me has to wonder if part of it, they want to keep it away from Camden LaChapelle.
Possibly.
Because he tends to be in their backfield, a little bit farther back. They don't want him to touch the football. They don't want to give up any big plays. They're okay giving up, what would be a very good return for most teams in order to keep it out of LaChapelle's hands. And it's worked for him so far. I can't even say anything. They're up by a lot.
Empty set this time. Paxton puts LaChapelle in motion. Paxton looking his way. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it over the middle. This time it's caught by Sweeney. He's going to go down right around the 48. I think he might have slipped. Yeah. I believe that's close to the first down marker.
Yeah, it looks close to me. Referee's looking, and they're moving the chains. Yep, moving the chains. And, I mean, great catch from Thatcher Sweeney. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to turn upfield because it looked like he had some green grass in front of him.
So 2:31 to go here in the half. The clock continues to tick. 1st and 10 for Uxbridge. They are on their own 48-yard line. They're going to break the huddle to be in the shotgun. LaChapelle next to Paxton. 2 receivers on the near, 2 on the far. LaChapelle in motion coming to the near sideline. Here's the snap. Paxton looking his way quickly. Now he'll throw deep down the field, or deeper down the field, I should say, as breaking the tackle is Sweeney and getting the first down. He'll get down into Amesbury territory to about the 32. Big gainer right there.
Yeah, the senior captain, wide receiver, free safety, Thatcher Sweeney, doing it all 6'2", 195 pounds of him. He is this offense so far today. He's been their biggest threat. Not what we thought was going to be the storyline. But, I mean, the kid's doing well. He's been here for 4 years, and he's looking to make an impact for this Uxbridge squad here today. And he's done really nicely on offense. Kudos to him. He's working hard out there.
Minute 40 to go in the half. Here's the snap. Paxton looking to throw. He'll throw to the far sideline where it's dropped by Uxbridge. Looked like it could have been a sure catch. But either way, 2nd and 10, minute 38 to go.
Yeah, just unfortunate drop there. And, you ever saw from a quarterback, we saw him put one behind Thatcher Sweeney. We obviously saw the interception. That one's on the money to his receiver there, and you would expect your receiver to make the catch. And unfortunately for Uxbridge, they haven't made any mistake I could say that's too big. There hasn't been a massive mistake. The interception was a little rough, but nothing's been too massive. I'm like, oh, this team doesn't deserve to be in this game. Yet they find themselves so far behind it right now. They're really just scraping to get anything.
Empty set this time. Paxton takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's looking to the left side. Now he's under pressure. He'll run. He'll get to the 35, going towards the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds. Minute 31 to go. He might have picked up a couple.
Yeah, couldn't find anything. And I mean, you see Paxton now coming to the sideline, having a conversation with the coaching staff in between every play here. He just wants to, get the coaching staff just wants him to, for lack of a better term, calm things down, just get in a rhythm because he's going to have to throw this ball a lot in the second half.
3rd down and 9, minute 31 to go. Definitely 4-down territory if you're Uxbridge. I think that goes without saying.
Yep. This whole game, for the rest of the game, depending on how this goes, Joe, could be 4-down territory for Uxbridge. This is a team that is 100% in my mind, without a doubt, capable of mounting this comeback. But it's going to take a lot.
Snap. Paxton looking to throw. It's going to be a screen pass. They're going to dump it to LaChapelle, who's got a ton of space. Down to the 20, 15, 10, 5, cuts to the middle, drops the ball. The ball comes out, but is recovered by Uxbridge. Oh, man. Yeah. Nearly a back-breaking turnover, but Uxbridge is able to bounce on the ball.
I mean, the second best running back in the state of Massachusetts, and he gets involved in the passing game. Lovely screenplay. I think that's the best play call we've seen all game, in my opinion, from the coaching staff perspective. And they're able to get it down here. But let's not forget, this is not the first time they've been in the red zone here, very close to scoring. And, I mean, the Amesbury defense was able to stand tall and get that stop. Let's see if they're able to do that here again. It wouldn't shock me.
Uxbridge avoids disaster. There is a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout on our end as well here on My FM 101.3.
GNC Plumbing and Heating is proud to support our local football teams and athletes. Just like a strong defense on the field, they're here to keep your home running smoothly. Big enough to tackle any project and small enough to treat you like family. Visit GNCplumbing.com to learn more.
Back here in Amesbury, it is 28-7 in favor of Amesbury. Uxbridge, however, is knocking on the door. It's 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. They're trying to make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, well, I mean, 19 touchdowns on the season. No reason why LaChapelle can't get another one here. That's who's going to be getting the ball, in my opinion.
Looked like he was going to waltz into the end zone on the prior play, but the ball came loose. He had to dive back on it. Here's the snap. Going up the middle is LaChapelle. Fighting off a tackle. Does he get in? We're waiting for the signal here, and he's short based on what I could see from the original spot, and he is short. So he'll be down at about the 1-yard line, maybe even closer than that.
I mean, Joe, it felt like watching dominoes fall. When you looked at the Amesbury defense, it was like one red jersey goes down trying to tackle him. Another red jersey falls down, and he's still moving. I mean, listen, I know he didn't get in the end zone, and it's still, a yard to go here, but it really is amazing what this young man can do.
Here's a snap. LaChapelle tripped up quickly. Under 40 seconds to go in the half. Do you take a timeout? They will, I believe, as the referees are waving their hands. Timeout, Uxbridge, 36 seconds to go. Amesbury standing tall once again on the goal line. Can they do another goal line stand? We'll find out when we come back on My FM 101.3.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Back here in Amesbury, Uxbridge had first and goal from the 2. It's now third and goal from the 2. 2 handoffs to La Chapelle, but he's yet to get in. He hasn't had much success on the goal line so far tonight.
No, he hasn't had much success on the goal line, and I mean, this Uxbridge offense, as successful as they've been in getting yardage, they haven't had much success in scoring the football, it felt like. You know, they had
Absolutely.
one big play that went for a touchdown, but besides that, they've moved the ball quite well.
This is their 4th trip into Amesbury territory. This is their 3rd red zone trip as well, and they've only scored once.
Yeah, and I mean, that has to be frustrating if you're Uxbridge. At the same time, 2 touchdown passes in the red zone last week.
Wildcat formation, La Chapelle going to the left side. Does he get in? There's a flag on the play, and it's probably going to come back even if he does get in. They do call it a touchdown, but I'm thinking this comes back as a result of a hold.
Yeah, I mean, it looked to me like there was a white arm, grabbing a red jersey, completely wrapped around.
As they do call it a hold, and that is a crushing blow again for Uxbridge. It'll be backing them up 10 yards. So it should be 3rd and goal from around the 12. There's 31 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, again, 2 touchdown completions. Those both came in the red zone for Paxton last week. So we're going to see what he does. Thatcher Sweeney's been his favorite target today. Tends to be his favorite target in the red zone as is. He's got that 6'2" frame they can use. Tall, lanky receiver. We'll see what happens here. But, it becomes tough when you get so close to the goal line. They're at the 2-yard line to start this red zone possession. And they get just backed up. And now they find themselves needing points desperately heading into halftime.
Man in motion going to the near sideline. That puts 3 on the near sideline, 1 on the far. Shotgun formation with La Chapelle. Paxton fakes the handoff to La Chapelle. Now going to throw over the middle. Nearly intercepted that time. Bit of a risky throw from Paxton, who had double coverage.
Yeah, it looked to me like Paxton just misread the receiver's route, or the receiver ran the wrong route.
Right.
One of the two. The receiver was much more inside than I think Paxton expected him to be. It simply was just a nice, easy slant inside route, and Paxton threw the ball high and behind the receiver.
Here we go, 4th and goal yet again. Uxbridge trying to score for the first time in this situation. Amesbury did make a 4th and goal stop earlier in this game. It's from the 12, 3 receivers on the near sideline, 1 on the far. Shotgun formation with La Chapelle. Here's the snap. Faking the handoff. He's going to throw to that far sideline. It's caught. Does he get in, though? Sweeney fighting his way. He is short. Or is he in?
I believe he's in, Joe.
He's in. Okay. I couldn't quite tell. I didn't see the arms up, but either way, it is a touchdown with 20 seconds to go.
I mean, just what the doctor ordered, no?
That's huge. A huge touchdown and great strength right there as well from the wide receiver.
Yeah, this is big for Uxbridge. I mean, that's what they needed to do. You make it a 2-score game again. You're able to kind of go into halftime, heads held high. You can come out with a different game plan, change some things up, really get after them in the second half.
Kick is up and no good. They're going to say it's no good, so it's a 15-point game. 28-13 is your score. 20 seconds to go here in the half on MyFM 101.3.
This broadcast of Milford Legion Baseball is being brought to you in part by Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, providing quality products and exceptional service to the greater Milford community. Oliva's will make your party one your guest will never forget. Whatever your special occasion may be, a stop at Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop is a must. Try Oliva's homemade sausage. Oliva's Market, Catering, and Gourmet Gift Shop, the freshest cold cuts in town.
Back here in Amesbury, that is a huge touchdown for Uxbridge just to keep pace. They could have used that extra point, though.
Yeah, I mean, they can use every point they can get. They can use every yard they can get. And, I mean, they can use any tackle they can get on defense. That's what it's felt like. Amesbury has really had whatever they wanted on offense. There's been no stop.
So I apologize for the missed call, but Uxbridge did get in as they do a low kick down to about the 38-yard line, and taken down quickly is Amesbury. So 15 seconds to go. We will see what the approach is from Amesbury. They might be content with going into the half. They do get the ball.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm, Coach McQueen and coaching staff at Amesbury, you just take the knee. You're up 15 points. You pretty much run the ball at will this whole first half. No reason to risk anything. You just play it smart. I mean, it's good fundamental football, and this is exactly what Amesbury drew up on their drawing boards when they came in to school on Monday, came into practice. They were ready to do this, and you could see that their game plan is working extremely well so far.
Dubé in the huddle now as they will finally break huddle. 15 seconds to go here in the half. Ball at their own 37. Looks like a bit of that wishbone formation again with one receiver on the near sideline. And they're going to run a play as it's a handoff right up the middle. Getting past the 40 is Amesbury. 10 seconds to go. Do they call a timeout? They do.
Did. Yeah, all right.
Timeout Amesbury. So they're going to try for something at least here. As we will take a quick break. We'll step aside quickly on MyFM 101.3.
Whoa! Oh.
Oops, sorry.
That's fine, honey.
Mom, I'm home from practice, and I brought the whole team.
Oh, the floor. Okay, that's great. No, that's great.
Hey, honey. Can you believe all the rain?
Oh, we need new floors.
Milford Hardwood, South Main Street, Milford. Your hardwood flooring professionals with a large selection of hardwood flooring to meet your budget. Pick up a sample today.
Back here in Amesbury where they just took a timeout. It's 28-13 Amesbury. They've got 10 seconds to work with. It's 2nd and 6 from their own 41. If they want to score a touchdown, they got to go 59 yards in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why they're running the ball here. I would have just, taken the knee, gone to half. Maybe they want to see something on film. Maybe they think they could break one again. All sorts of possibilities. I don't really know what the point is here, but you're making Uxbridge play more defense, play more defensive snaps. You're wearing them down. That's for sure.
As Amesbury still in the huddle, Dubé will now break it. We will see what they're going to do formation-wise as they finally spread things out. Dubé is in the shotgun, no receivers with him. 3 on the far sideline, 1 on the near. Dubé drops back. He's looking to throw. He's going to roll out to the far sideline. Now he's just going to tuck and run. He's got the sideline if he wants it, and he gets out of bounds right around midfield. That's certainly a first down, and there's 1 second to go as well.
What do you do? Do you throw a Hail Mary? Do you run the football? I personally disagree with the coaching call from Amesbury, but, it's working out for them. They're moving the football. They're making the Uxbridge defense stay out there. They're, just wear them down. The more you run the football, the more tired they're going to get. The more defensive snaps they have to be out there for. It's just getting worse and worse for Uxbridge. So, I guess they're doing that. Overall, it's been a dominating performance this first half from Amesbury, and, that offense with I'd call it three-headed backfield is really what it is, because you got 3 monsters back there, and they can all take one in the house at any given moment.
So, 1st and 10 from their own 49. 1 second to go. They are going to bring it back in. They're going to squish things as they have the wishbone set with 1 far side wide receiver. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff. Dubé going to throw it towards the 45. It's complete down to the 40, 35, and he's out of bounds. So that will do it for the half. 28-13 Amesbury, and we will dissect it all during the halftime show when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
We can do amazing things when we work together. That's why at Charles River Bank, we're passionate about lending a hand to help businesses of all sizes grow. From lines of credit and term loans to commercial mortgages, we offer a range of powerful lending solutions, as well as local decision-making, guidance, and support from lenders who measure their success by helping you achieve yours. Charles River Bank. Personal connections, powerful solutions.
Want to make your event unforgettable? Let the 101.3 MyFM event marketing team bring the energy and excitement. Whether it's a festival, corporate event, or community celebration, we've got you covered with live broadcasts, DJ equipment, rentals, and more.
We'll work with you to create a custom bundle that fits your needs. Visit myfmtoday.com and fill out our EMT request form. Let's make your next big occasion one to remember. Together with MyFM.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They've been in Milford for over 38 years and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
You know that amazing feeling when you hit every green light on Main Street? Woohoo! Take that feeling with you when you start shopping for your new home. With a mortgage pre-approval from Milford Federal, you've got the green light to find your dream home. Why get pre-approved? Well, peace of mind, competitive edge, and savings. With your pre-approval, Milford Federal will pay for your appraisal when you find your home. And with your pre-approval in hand, it's nothing but green lights through closing. Appraisal fee to be credited at closing. New purchase, construction, or refinance customer only. Offer cannot be used in conjunction with any other discount. Offer must be confirmed with application. Valid 2/24/2025 while offer lasts. Offer subject to change at any time. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 465956. Visit your local branch today to get pre-approved or apply online at milfordfederal.com.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Whoa! Oh.
Oops, sorry.
That's fine, honey.
Mom, I'm home from practice, and I brought the whole team.
Oh, the floor. Okay, that's great. No, that's great.
Hey, honey. Can you believe all the rain?
Oh, we need new floors.
Milford Hardwood, South Main Street, Milford. Your hardwood flooring professionals with a large selection of hardwood flooring to meet your budget. Pick up a sample today.
Are you thinking about buying a new car or maybe looking to refinance an existing car loan? At Homefield Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on new car purchases as well as car loan refinancing. And with our Auto Advisor program, Homefield Credit Union can help you get a fair and competitive price on a new or used vehicle while financing directly with the credit union. Homefield Credit Union, banking with a Homefield advantage. Stop by or call today, 508-839-5493, 138 South Main Street in Milford and at 86 Worcester Street in North Grafton.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab. UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Kick it!
Back here in Amesbury, where the Redhawks currently have a 28-13 advantage over the Spartans. The Redhawks have been an offensive machine all year long, and it is no different here today, Trent.
No, I mean, it's no different here today. They are outstanding when it comes to running the football. We also saw some nice long passing touchdown, I should say. They've been able to dump it off nicely as well, a little bit of trickery here and there.
Absolutely.
And there's almost no reason why they should be stopped that I can see so far if they keep playing like that.
We welcome you on into the Milford Federal Bank halftime show, where once again Amesbury has a 28-13 lead over Uxbridge. And there's been some tough sledding here defensively for Uxbridge in this game, some big plays that they've given up.
Yeah, I mean, they need to tackle and get him on the ground with the first tackler, because the second that this offense gets to the second level in the run game, it feels like they're able to get 20, 30 yards on that run, and that's when it really gets dangerous. They also need to be consistent.
Yes.
It's too often that they're not even getting to third down, and when they get to third down, they need to close it out. They haven't been able to do that either. And overall, it really is. It feels more like it's a dominance on the offensive side of the ball from the home team than it is, Uxbridge's fault as they're trying to slow them down.
You mentioned third down, and it feels like Amesbury has won the battle of third down on both sides of the football. They've had some big stops on third down and fourth down, as well as had some key conversions on third down as well. That 3rd and 5 touchdown in the corner being the prime example.
Yeah, I mean, prime example there. And, I mean, you talk about how they've had success on 3rd and 4th down. That turnover on down has really killed Uxbridge as well on offense. The 2 turnovers, as a matter of fact, have killed Uxbridge.
It has.
You look at it, I mean, the opening drive, they're moving the ball so well, and the sophomore quarterback just reads the man wrong, reads the coverage a little wrong, throws it right to a defender who ends up picking it off. And then on the other side, when they get the ball, start the second quarter. They go down the field. I mean, great run from LaChapelle. They could get out down the field. They're moving the ball pretty well. Hand off. Get moved back, throw, and they just go, turnover on downs. That can't happen. You need to be able to punch the ball in when you get that close.
Absolutely.
If they had done that, they're in a different ball game right now. They're down, let's say, 8 points. Let's say they get 7 points there. They're down 8 points. Even let's say 9, and they missed the extra point. It doesn't really matter. They're down a lot less than they are right now, and it doesn't feel as big as a mountain. So, I mean, things like that matter.
You mentioned the 2 turnovers, and it's a 2-possession game right now. It's
Exactly.
clearly the difference of this football game right now.
Yeah, it's 100% the difference. I mean, I feel like neither one of these offenses has really showed a sign of slowing down. We've only had 1 punt all day, and, of course, it was Uxbridge that had to punt. So, I mean, they've had 1 more possession than Amesbury has. So we're going to see kind of what happens there. But
Yeah, the referees are taking the field. Uxbridge is now putting their hands in the air. They're going to need a big rally here in half number 2 to keep their run, their back-to-back championship and chance at a three-peat run alive.
Yeah, I mean, this is an Amesbury team that just seems hungry, Joe. That's what's happening.
They're a machine. Amesbury is a machine. They have yet to take the field right now. There's about 5 seconds on the clock. So we'll see how much longer it takes for Amesbury to take the field as that time has now expired. That's that siren sound that you're hearing in the background if you're listening. You might be wondering if there's cops entering the field. No, it's just the halftime bell, I guess you could call it. Uxbridge now doing warm-ups. What do they need to do defensively right now to make a stop and try to get back in this football game?
I mean, we've seen, the formation. They put 3 running backs behind their offensive line. No wideouts, no wide receivers. They're bunching everybody together. And you know where the ball's going. It's most likely almost every time it's been a handoff to one of the 3 backs. It's hard for those linebackers on Uxbridge to track those backs. But what I'm going to say they need to do is they need to get upfield.
Yep.
The defensive line has done a nice job when it comes to just staying where they are. They're not getting pushed back and blowing out the ball too often.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, Amesbury will have a really nice play call where they are able to do that. But they're not able to get upfield. If they were to get a tackle in the backfield, that would be big. If they were to get a stop at the line of scrimmage, things like that, you need to get upfield. You need to get off the ball quickly, get upfield. It's tough, though, because, the last thing you want to do is, against that offense, the way they have it with 3 backs in the backfield, if you send a blitzing backer on a stand blitz, per se, to stop the run on a run blitz, if they go in that gap and it's a different running back that has the ball, that all of a sudden that linebacker is taken completely out of the equation. So that really is kind of why that Amesbury offense works so well with those 3 backs.
Amesbury now has entered the field. They are on their respective sideline on the far side. The clock says 2.5 minutes to go. We will see if it actually takes that long. Sometimes they'll just kill that clock, and we'll start the second half once the home team has taken the sideline. As Uxbridge is slowly going on the field. It looks like their special teams unit is slowly entering the field. Now we have a fresh 12 on the clock, so the third quarter will begin very, very shortly. And one thing I will say, Trent, just to kind of feed off what you were talking about getting upfield, I think Uxbridge tried to do that in the first half, but that's where the play action really bit them.
Yeah, and again, that's why, like I said, when I'm talking about getting upfield, it really needs to be that defensive line, because if you send those linebackers, you're leaving a hole, you're leaving a space. They're not able to track the backs because there's 3 of them. If there's a guy going to the outside and a guy going up the middle, and he goes up the middle with the guy running up the middle, and the guy on the outside is the one with the ball that's running, that linebacker's out of the equation. Same thing as if you send him on a run blitz, he's out of the equation if they're passing across the middle now. So that's really where it becomes – it's really difficult to defend against for this Uxbridge team. That's why you need your defensive line to step up and get upfield. Meet him in the backfield, do something. And I think like one play like that could be the difference between them getting a 3-and-out or a punt or a drive going down the field.
We are underway here in half number 2. It's a high end-over-end kick from Uxbridge going from right to left. It's fielded by Amesbury, who already had a kick return in this game, and they will be taken down at about the 34-yard line, so no harm, no foul that time from the special teams of Uxbridge.
Yeah, and, just now we got to see what this defense does. We just talked about it, halftime. This defense need to get upfield. They need to get a stop. If you don't get a stop and let's say Amesbury goes down, and even if they just get 3 points, three-score game all of a sudden again, and that's when it can get really dangerous. You need to keep this close so that your offense can go get some points and get themselves back in this game. If it's a 1-score game, all of a sudden Amesbury really has to lock in. They're then still worried about it. If they get another score here, it really feels like it's their ball game.
Amesbury will break the huddle. This will be their first play of half number 2. First and 10 from their own 33, wishbone set, one receiver on the far sideline. They're going to give it to the back on the left side, and he'll go through the middle. He'll get at least 5. Pretty good run to get things going here for Amesbury.
Yeah, Saul Sedone, he does a nice job just running up the middle there, and that's a pretty, consistent carry for Amesbury. That's pretty much exactly what we saw in the first half. 5-yard carry, but you do that 2 times, you get a first down. It's not even 3 downs for them there. They're just going to continue to do that, and again, Uxbridge needs to be able to stop that.
2nd and 5 at their own 38-yard line. Dubé under center. They're back in that, I guess you could call it the wing T formation. 3 running backs lined up right next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. They'll give it to the running back in the middle, and pushing his way towards the 40 is Amesbury. That'll be 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, good stop there that time. That's what you need to do. Yeah, you gave up maybe a yard, 2 yards, but 1 or 2 yards on a run play. That's a win for this Uxbridge defense, especially against such a run-heavy team in Amesbury.
I believe that was Joe Pulio on the handoff, number 30. Either way, it's 3rd down and 3. Tough to get the vantage point of the numbers here on our sideline.
Pulio, though, the junior, he had in a massive game last week. It's been Joe Celia's game so far today, the senior running back, but Pulio last week carried them to victory, and it really just showed you how good all 3 of those backs are.
Uxbridge could really use a stop. Here we go, 3rd and 3. Amesbury trying to hard count, and they might have jumped themselves, and it will be a false start. So that'll be 3rd down and 8. That's a big change of events here in this game, as this is the longest 3rd down opportunity that Amesbury's had.
Dream start for the Uxbridge defense. It's not a turnover yet. It's not a forced punt yet, but they're as close as they've gotten to one all day. So, this is a 3rd down. I can almost say it's a 3rd down for the game right now, and I'm saying that, Joe, because it feels like if Uxbridge can't get the stop here, when are they going to get the stop? They need at least one to show themselves they can do it more than anything else. Yeah.
I don't disagree at all, as they will break the huddle to be the same formation. They're going to keep everything uptight. 3rd down and 8. Under 10 to play here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to give it to the running back through the middle to the left side, and he's going to get enough for the first down. That will be a first down for Amesbury, and he's going to push his way close to midfield down to about the 48.
Yeah, it's unfortunate if you're Uxbridge. They just got blocked off the ball. Again, the defensive line wasn't able to get upfield. So all of a sudden the linebackers are tracking 3 different running backs, and then the hole opens up and the running back's able to go through with the head of steam. It's pretty much been the story of the game so far.
1st and 10 for Amesbury from their own 48-yard line. Amesbury wants to take some time off this clock and get in the end zone. I think that would be a dream start here in half number 2 for them.
Yeah, it's been a dream start all game for them, no, Joe.
Run right side, breaking through the middle. Wide open is Amesbury down to the 30, 25, stutter steps, and falls at about the 15. He actually gets past the 15 to about the 12. A huge gain that time, and it was Joe Celia.
Yeah, Joe Celia, I said it's been his day today. He's really been the face of the offense. They have 3 faces of the offense, but he's the biggest one so far today. He's got most yards. He got touchdown, big receiving touchdown as well. He took the 90-yarder to the house, and he's just been breaking them all day.
1st and 10 from the 11. Under 9 to play in the 3rd quarter. Huge gainer that time from Amesbury, as they will have the same formation, 3 backs, shoulder to shoulder. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to the back up the middle, and a late tackle that time from Uxbridge. It sounded like the whistle had blown a couple times, and they bring him to the ground. No flags.
Yeah, I like that no call there. You can't punish a player for playing, through the whistle. It's what you're taught to do from, the age of U8 football onward, Pop Warner, all that. It wasn't a dirty play. It wasn't malicious. There's no intent for injury there. You got to let him play, and good no call there by the referee. I know you could hear some of the Amesbury sideline complaining, but it's been a really clean game, I think, for both teams so far.
2nd down and 7. They're inside the 10-yard line. They should be around the 8. Under 8 to play in the 3rd quarter. 28-13, Redhawks over the Spartans. As they are under center again. Dubé will take the snap. He'll give it to his running back straight up the middle. And fighting his way towards the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Amesbury. It's 34-13. 13. They have a 21-point lead.
Yeah, just not what you wanted to see if you were Uxbridge. They got the third down, the third and long on this drive to open it up, and they, still weren't able to do much of anything about it, as there wasn't even a pass play. It was still just a run on that long third down, and it ends up, in another scoring drive for Amesbury.
7:38 to play in the third quarter. Amesbury, as they always do, will go for 2 points. Again, with that formation, just 3 down linemen over center. There's 4 down linemen on the far sideline, 2 lined up at the wide receiver position as Dubé is going to run it, and he's taken down as the ball gets out, but it looks like the ground caused the fumble. So that will be an unsuccessful 2-point conversion, but Amesbury still leads by 21 points. It is 34-13 Redhawks. Uxbridge going to try to keep pace when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
There are a lot of things that keep you up at night. Fortunately, there's one thing you'll never have to worry about: the security of your hard-earned money at Charles River Bank. When you bank with us, your deposits are insured in full through a combination of coverage from the FDIC and Depositors Insurance Fund of Massachusetts. So you can sleep better at night knowing Charles River Bank has got you and your money well covered. Charles River Bank. Personal connections, powerful solutions. Member FDIC, DIF.
Back here in Amesbury, it is 34-13 Redhawks. A couple of score updates for you. Northbridge currently leading over Millbury 42-12. Tewksbury leading 21-0 over Ashland. And the last I heard, Nantucket leading 13-7 over Medway.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great day for high school football all across the state of Massachusetts. This is a great matchup here. And, my goodness, we've seen some incredible plays so far today.
Uxbridge going to try to make it a 2-possession game yet again here, as they'll be getting the football going from right to left here in this third quarter. And we are underway again. Another onside opportunity as it takes a funny hop, and the ball is out. Who got on it? It might have been Uxbridge, but that was risky right there. A clear onside kick that time from Amesbury. They do recover, Uxbridge does, but it took a funky hop at the very end. It looked like it bounced off a Uxbridge recoverer.
Yeah, it just feels like they're walking in that onside kick. So eventually they're going to get it, you would think. It just gets closer and closer every time to Amesbury, getting the ball. I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, Joe. They need points here.
Well, they got good field position this time as they will take over at the Amesbury 49-yard line. Empty set this time for Paxton. 3 receivers on the far sideline. Here's the snap. Paxton looks to that right side. He's going to huck it deep down the field with a safety lurking, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Amesbury. And down to the 30, 35 are the Redhawks, to the 40. He needs some blockers, but he's down to the 41 where he's taken down. 1 play, 1 turnover. Amesbury in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the sophomore quarterback, his second turnover, uncharacteristic. He does not throw interceptions. Only 4, during the whole course of the season coming into today. 2 today, so he's already at half of his whole season total. And it really is starting to feel like it could be ball game. Uxbridge, again, broken record over here, Joe, but they need to stop.
7:17 to play in the third quarter. It is 34-13 Redhawks. And they just scored and only saw 1 play defensively after the turnover. That's 2 on the day for Uxbridge, but if you want to count the turnover on downs, there's been even more. So they're going to set up that T formation again, and they're going to give it to the running back on the left side of the offensive line, and he won't get much. Maybe 2 yards on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 42 as we tick under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Joe, that's another win for the Uxbridge defense. I know we've said that, but a 2-yard run is a win every time. I think for any defense in most cases, especially for Uxbridge going up against this Amesbury attack, which is, run heavy is putting it mildly, it feels like.
2nd down and 8. Uxbridge does need a stop here if they want to just stay in this ball game. Can't go down 4 possessions against a team like this. Amesbury far too good to be going down way too many points. Uxbridge has 11 guys at the line, basically, as they're going to give it to the running back on the right side. He breaks through that original line, and he gets way past the line to gain all the way down to the Uxbridge 39-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, Celia, are you really surprised? He's been the go-to back today. He's been the guy that's got those chunk plays, got the long runs. He's getting it done here today.
As we get to 6:15 to go here in the third quarter, Amesbury looking to put the exclamation point on this one early in this ballgame. As they are methodical. They're very methodical. They get to the huddle. They talk about their play.
You always see the center come out first, Joe.
Yep, absolutely. He's about 2 or 3 seconds early every time. He knows his assignment. Block the guy in front of him. Early movement that time, it looked like, from Amesbury, not called as the ball was out. And who got the football?
Oh, this could be massive, Joe.
We will see. I haven't seen an official marker here, but it looked like the Amesbury player went down early. They're going to have a bit of a conversation here, and it is Uxbridge football. It looked like Sweeney was the one who recovered it, so they finally make a stop. We will see if they can get on the board here. We'll keep it here. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. Does Uxbridge get some momentum from this?
I mean, that's what they needed. This is what they needed the whole time. We've talked about this. I mean, that's not just a stop. That's a turnover. So now that, turnover ratio, it in all levels of football, it's such a reflective part of who wins a football game. Whether it's the NFL or it's Pop Warner, it doesn't really matter. If you turn the ball over less than your opponent does, you're more likely to win the football game. And so now it's a 3-1 ratio. Uxbridge with 2 interceptions, turnover on downs. Now you have Amesbury 1 turnover. It makes that game a little bit easier for Uxbridge.
Paxton looking to throw. He's got the completion down to around the 45, maybe the 44. But that's close to the first down marker. It should be 2nd and 1. Uxbridge has to work with a little bit of urgency, I would assume, here with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Joe Celia was the running back who dropped the football that time. Didn't look like he got hit too hard either.
No, but I mean, I felt like there was an arm that came out, kind of punched, hit his arm carrying the football. I mean, there are reasons running back coaches everywhere, they preach hold on to that football. You got to realize it might be a foot, it might be an elbow, it might be a helmet that hits you in that arm. You have to hold on to the football, and you get jarred loose there and not able to jump on it in time.
Here's the snap. They're going to give it to LaChapelle, who's going to look to run to the left side, but he's stacked up behind the line. Maybe a loss of a half yard.
Yeah, the senior defensive end, Ethan Kirby, doing a fantastic job. Ethan Kirby, one of those guys that, I have on my note sheet. Look out for him when I'm coming into this game. Great defensive end. He's one of the captains of this team. 6'1", 180. Big kid out there. Gets off the edge extremely well, getting upfield. It's what you want to see on the other side of the ball if you're Uxbridge, and what you want to see from their defense as well.
3rd and 4 after the loss of 3, so we lost a lot more than I even thought. 3rd down and 4. Uxbridge has 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. 3 receivers on the far sideline. LaChapelle lined up with Paxton. There's one on the near sideline. Paxton looking to throw. He'll quickly get it off, and it's complete down to around midfield. That will be enough for a conversion. And Uxbridge continues to move. They're actually into Amesbury territory now, down to the 49.
Yeah, in Amesbury territory, and I mean, nice little curler out. We've seen that a few times today from them. It's nice to see Paxton connecting on these passes here. Sophomore, I felt like last drive he was too antsy throwing the interception. He didn't need to throw that ball. He could have thrown it away. I thought he had other receivers that might have been a better option, but you call the deep ball as Matt Blood's offense does, and then you take the deep shot because the sophomore quarterback, he wants to score points. He's getting nervous. Time's running off the clock. He's got to be able to stay patient and take what the defense gives him.
Paxton looks to throw. It's a bubble screen this time to the near sideline. Sweeney can't avoid the tackler this time, though. Nicely done right there. Ben Wood on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Uxbridge coaches telling some of the blockers, I mean, that's your guy, because it was 1, 2, and then third tackler arriving on Thatcher Sweeney. I don't know what you expect the senior wide receiver to do there.
3:10 to play in the third. 2nd and 10 after no gain. They tried to get Thatcher Sweeney involved right there on this drive. We'll see how this offensive approach now changes after the no gain. Haven't seen a ton of LaChapelle here in this second half, but you can kind of expect that being down multiple possessions.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the football, and, well, I mean, he's simply, you give him 40 carries a game and want to win you the game. Can't do that right now.
Here he comes, though, and he's tripped. Nice play right there from Amesbury. They've been very good at tackling LaChapelle in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they've been very good, and there's a reason for that. Dylan Palin, one of the senior defensive tackles for Amesbury, he's also a massive track and field thrower. He's a star thrower on the track and field team. So that just gives you an idea of, like, the strength that this team has on defense.
They're down in 9 after the gain of 1 from La Chapelle. 2:15 to play in the third quarter. There's going to be 2 receivers on the near sideline, 1 on the far sideline. La Chapelle at the hip of Paxton in the shotgun. He puts his hands out. He'll take the snap. He fakes it to La Chapelle. He's looking down the field. He's got a lot of time. And in a triple coverage, a risky throw that time. If Amesbury's looking for the football, that's intercepted. He was intended for Sweeney, but there was no chance that ball was being completed.
Yeah, he had his ex-wide receiver, though, going down the field. That would have been a touchdown if he'd taken the shot. That's twice now in this second half that there's been a misread from the sophomore quarterback. And I can't blame him. They're getting after him well. The coverage is disguised very nicely. He had a guy who he thought was open in Sweeney, threw him the ball, and by the time the ball was even getting there, he had not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders just converging on him, wanting to get after that football.
4th down and 9. So what could have been a touchdown if he looks down the field is now a crucial chance here for Amesbury to get off the field. 4th down and 9. 3 receivers on the far sideline, 1 on the near. And we're getting a stoppage here as we're going to get a timeout. Who is it going to be? It'll be Uxbridge who takes the timeout. So they're going to talk about things real quick, and we'll be back on the other side. 4th and 9 when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
Back here in Amesbury, 4th and 9 from the 48 of Amesbury. The Redhawks looking to make another 4th down stop here. Uxbridge finds themselves down 21 points. There's a minute 56 to go here in the third quarter. It's a must convert for Uxbridge if they want to keep their hopes of a Super Bowl for a 3rd straight year alive. A couple of score updates here. Hudson leads 20-7 at the half over Old Rochester. Tewksbury leading 28-0 over Ashland. We now get back to the action here as Uxbridge will have 3 receivers on the far sideline, 1 on the near. La Chapelle at the hip of Paxton, who's probably going to pass here on 4th and 9. Here's the snap. He will. He's dropping back. Big drop back this time. He'll throw short over the middle. Sweeney makes a catch, but he's not to the sticks, and he goes down short. Another stop this time from Amesbury, and the Redhawks will take over possession with a minute 48 to go. We'll take a quick break and come back, and we will see if the Redhawks can put an exclamation point on this one on MyFM 101.3.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Back here at Amesbury as they quickly get to the line. They want to put the finishing touches on this one. Minute 48 to go in the third. They want to make it a 4-possession game. Here's the snap. They'll give it to the running back on the left side of the offensive line who pushes his way forwards. He'll dive for about a yard.
Yeah, again, that's a good play for Uxbridge, but, Uxbridge, can you put all those tackles, that defensive drive, can you put that together?
Yeah, you
1,
need to.
2, 3.
Yep.
It can't just be all one time. Then we give up a 5-yard run, and then, oh, wow, he just broke a 40-yarder.
Right.
That's what it's felt like all game.
Yes.
The turnover was great. But that felt lucky. It didn't feel as earned as it should have. And their offense also needs to get going when they get the ball because it was clicking in the first half, and now it's just not.
Just about a minute to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's the snap. They're going to pitch it out to the left side. And on the run this time, but being stacked up is Amesbury. The running back was Joe Pulio, who took a big hit at the end of the play. He probably got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. So it'll be 3rd and long again. Amesbury converted once in this situation, though.
Yeah, and they converted off a run play. It's worth noting. They are up by enough scores right now. They don't really care. They're willing to take their risk. They don't want to throw the football. They don't want to give up an easy turnover. They'd rather run the football, see if they can break one, and if not, they're still using up more clock. I mean, there's what,
Exactly.
30 seconds left now in the 3rd quarter, and they're up by 3 scores.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough to come back either way. If you're Uxbridge, you're going to need a bunch of 3 and outs, and you're going to need to score quickly yourself. So they've got an uphill battle here, but the first step is to stop them on 3rd down. We'll see if they can as Amesbury rushes to the line this time. Quickly under center now is the quarterback. Dubé will roll out. He's going to look to throw down the field, and he's intercepted. He's intercepted by Uxbridge, and it's Sweeney. Close to the 45. He's got a lane now to the midfield, to the 40, 35, 30. He's got a lane. He breaks the tackle to the 20, 15, but he gets down at the 9. But a huge play for Uxbridge, who flips the field.
I mean, yeah, they flipped the field, and it had to be Thatcher Sweeney. He's done so well on offense today. The senior captain, he plays wide receiver, and that's why we've been calling his name and number. But it's the free safety position that he also fits into so nicely. He has a team high 6 interceptions coming into today. He also plays varsity basketball. You can see him there rising up, getting to the rim, bringing that ball down, just almost rebounding it. And that's exactly what they needed to do, and now they have the ball in the red zone. Just go capitalize, score some points.
So a huge momentum shift to end this 3rd quarter. When we come back, Uxbridge will have 1st and goal. They're going to look to quickly score to make it a 2-possession game here on MyFM 101.3.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Back here at Amesbury, just want to give a little bit of an update from another local team in the area. Northbridge, they're victorious 49-20. They will move on to the semifinals. They have beaten their opponent by a score of 29 points. That's the margin of victory. But back to this game. Uxbridge trying to make it a 15-point game. They're trying to get 6 points up on the board quickly as there's 12 minutes to go here in this regulation time. Uxbridge now finally running to the line here. They got a key interception and a huge return from Sweeney to get the ball to the 10-yard line. Sweeney did look a little bit shaken up at the end of that play, so got to keep an eye on that. Under center now is Paxton. This is, I believe, the first time he's been under center all day. And it's just straight handoff to LaChapelle, who's shifting his way through the line, and he'll at least get half of that distance down to about the 5.
Yeah, and that's fine because gaining yardage there, they haven't done that when they've been inside the 10. So, nice to gain positive yardage and just get the first down. That's not get the first down, sorry. Just get positive yardage to get into the end zone. That's what they need to do. They haven't been doing that, especially not on first down in the red zone.
Uxbridge taking some time here to get the play call as there's 11:25 to go. You got to start worrying about how long these plays take to get in as you're down 3 touchdowns. They'll break the huddle with 11:18 to play in regulation. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Now a man in motion. And they'll fake the handoff to him. Paxton goes up the middle. He's stacked up. He might have gotten a couple, but he doesn't get in, and that's the important part right now because if Amesbury continues to keep Uxbridge out of the end zone, that clock will continue to roll down.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, you have to understand that Amesbury is also, they're going to get the ball back on offense at some point, and they're going to be, running the ball every time. So, it's just what's going on right now. It's difficult if you are Uxbridge and just touchdown. They need 3 though.
10:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Joe Rice, Trent Marlowe, Ty McCormick giving you the call here from Amesbury, where they have a 3-touchdown lead, 34-13. But here's a snap for Uxbridge. LaChapelle looks for a lane, but he's stacked behind the line. It'll be 4th and goal. Another huge goal line stand from the Redhawks. This is the 3rd time tonight where this has happened.
Yeah, and again, it's almost becoming too predictable, and that's been the issue when they get in the red zone. I mean, now you have to go for it. You had to go for it earlier. You have to go for it again now, and it's definitely hurting them.
Uxbridge offense has only been able to muster 5 yards on this drive as they had first and goal from the 10 to start things. It's one of those situations where you get 12 minutes on the clock. You got first and goal from the 10. That's where you're starting your possession. You got to score quickly. But now here we are with 9:45 to play in the fourth quarter. And Uxbridge has yet to find the end zone, and we're not even sure if they will. It's fourth and goal from the 5. 2 receivers on the near sideline, 2 on the far. Now a man goes in motion towards the near sideline. Here's the snap. Paxton looks to throw. He's got time. He'll loft it to LaChapelle, who makes the catch, but he's stacked up. He is stopped short of the touchdown marker, and that'll be another turnover on downs, a backbreaker this time for Uxbridge. Amesbury will take over 1st and 10 from inside the 5 when we come back on MyFM 101.3.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience, featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Well, it was one-on-one coverage with Camden LaChapelle, the number 2 running back in the state, with Ben Wood, and Ben Wood wins the battle, a huge tackle at the goal line.
I mean, Ben Wood came flying through, and I don't blame him. It takes a whole monster truck to bring LaChapelle down, and he needed all the speed he could get, and able to bring him down there. Actually even broke up the pass, too. The ball hit the ground. So LaChapelle not even retaining possession of the ball and getting stopped short. Great defensive tackle there, one-on-one in the outfield. You'd expect LaChapelle to win that every time.
Ensuing handoff was a gain of 2 for Amesbury. It'll be 2nd down and 8. But more importantly, that clock continues to dwindle down, and so do the hopes of Uxbridge looking to three-peat. But it's getting higher and higher. The mountain to climb is getting higher and higher.
It's getting higher and higher, and I mean, well, it's just rough to watch here because you're just watching time tick by too.
As Amesbury will now run a play, and it will be another short run this time to the far side of the offensive line.
Best 2 back-to-back plays that they've had on defense for the Spartans, at least.
They've
a lot of times you see white jerseys on the defensive line having to turn and run backwards, and we haven't seen that. Since
they've had a much better second half. It's
100%.
just that they built the hole that they've had to dig themselves out of here in this half.
Yeah,
and it just hasn't worked out for them.
Both defensives have played better as well. I mean, Amesbury, they've been pretty shut down themselves. The offense turned the ball over, but that's not what's happening for the Spartans.
8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Redhawks from their own 9. Here's a snap and a bundle of bodies as they're going to flip it out to the far sideline. And I believe he got enough for that 1st down. If not, it's close. Waiting for the official call here.
I mean, I think it's about to be half a yard, Joe, and I think that even though they're up, Amesbury's going to go for it because they've been so dominant running the football. It almost feels like a gimme.
That's a bit of a peculiar decision for me personally because you're up 3 touchdowns. I would make them go the distance of the field. You've only given up 13 points, but again, it is only about a half yard, so
and that really does feel like a gimme. I feel like any other offense. I mean, I don't know if they're about to run the tush push or what's going on here, and we like it a tush push here, Joe.
7:53 to go as we might have gotten some movement here as both sides are pointing at one another. We'll see what the official call is here. Both sides adamant that the other team moved early, as you might expect, Trent.
Yeah, and I don't know, the referees seem to be talking, and I mean, just punt the ball if you're Amesbury. That's where it comes down to me. Just play football the right way.
Free first down here, depending on what the official call is. They're having a meeting between the minds, the referees. 3 of them kind of bunched up here. Now they'll break it, and we'll see. And it's on Uxbridge. So that's a free first down for Amesbury.
Brutal.
The hard count gets Uxbridge to move. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Redhawks. And Uxbridge continues to bite them, to just shoot themselves in the foot, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you need or expected if you were Uxbridge. They haven't made a whole lot of mistakes when it comes to, refereeing, simple things like that. That's one of those there today, and it just feels like it's game ending.
Yeah, this will be a tough hill to climb, and it would be quite the miracle if they were able to come back from this at this point. But that's why we stay here and announce the games, because you never know.
Yeah.
7:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Redhawks with a 21-point lead. It's 34-13. If you're just tuning in on the radio, there was a lot of fireworks early in this game. A lot of long touchdowns for Amesbury. It was matched by Uxbridge to make it a 14-7 game, but the real momentum shifter, in my opinion, was the kick return on the ensuing play.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like, oh, here we go, Uxbridge. They got some points on the board, one score a game. They didn't even get to run a defensive play. It went back immediately, and I mean they've had some monstrous gains, not even touchdowns, just gains, and it's been very impressive.
Yeah, Uxbridge has not been able to stop the chunk plays all game. Here's another run, and it'll be a gain of a few yards. Sheldoni will get about 3 or 4 as the clock continues to roll past 7:40 now.
Yeah, clock goes past 7:40, and each play, each down is getting more and more important for Uxbridge, if it wasn't already. I mean, coming out at half, I thought the defense has improved, taken nice stride forward, but they did the same thing on the other side of the ball for Amesbury. They took a nice stride forward on defense as well. So it's just been tough to watch.
Amesbury wasting a lot of clock in the huddle, as they typically do, as they have 7 minutes to go here before they move on potentially. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off to the running back straight through the middle, and he'll fight his way close to the 30, maybe down at around the 28.
Yep, yeah. And, good job. That's a great job by the Uxbridge defensive line. I mean, like I've said earlier, you're really looking at Julian Rosenberg, the senior captain, defensive end, to help get his team upfield and whatever else you can do to stop this. I mean, it really is a three-headed attack, three-headed monster.
Yes.
It feels at times like there is no answer for it.
Under 6.5 to play when Amesbury will break the huddle. Again, 3 running backs lined up side to side with the quarterback under center, Dubé. Here is the snap. They'll give it to the running back on the left side. He's got a wide open hole if he can break through, but he's stripped. He's taken down from behind. There's another good run from Pulio, who looked like he had a lot of green grass if he wasn't taken down from behind.
Yeah, and, I mean, ended up doing all that. And just the holes are so nice in this offensive line.
Yeah.
It really is a blocking clinic out there today.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41. More importantly, there's 5:59 to play in regulation.
Yeah, 5:59 to play in regulation, and this is why Amesbury is undefeated. We came in today, I said it felt like 2 undefeated teams, but Uxbridge had lost 2 games. They lost 2 overtime games, and yeah, it's been really, you can see why Amesbury is truly undefeated.
It's never easy to take down the chance, but it looks like Amesbury is about to do so. Here's the handoff. They'll get it to the running back on the left side of the offensive line in that T formation. He'll push towards around the 45 for a gain of 4.
And Joe, we are now on air as well, so we've officially joined the radio. People were listening to the other game as well. We are now here, Uxbridge, Amesbury. It's been a rough game so far, but been great having you on the call.
Yeah, it's been a fun one. Joe Rice, Trent Marlowe here on the call. Ty McCormick doing the camera work for us as well. If you're just tuning in on the radio, there's 5 minutes to go in this one. Amesbury, the Redhawks, have taken it to the Uxbridge Spartans, who appear to be going home for the first time in a few years, short of a Super Bowl. As the Redhawks will now line up under center. Here's the snap. They'll give it to the running back, who shifts to the middle of the offensive line. He'll run it right through on a dive for a pickup of about 3 yards. But to give a bit of a recap here, a lot of fireworks in the first half, Trent. A lot of big plays from Amesbury. The play action was really working for them. And like I mentioned earlier in this quarter, there was a big touchdown for Uxbridge to get them on the board. It was a 14-7 game. But the next play, a kickoff return, made it a 20-7 ball game, and it felt like Uxbridge has been playing catch-up ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like they were playing catch-up after, their opening interception almost.
True.
They had opening interception on the opening offensive drive, and they were able to build on that. Amesbury was able to build on that.
Yep.
And, the kickoff return did them no favors. It was the second Uxbridge felt like, we have some momentum, took that right away. And they did that multiple times. There was a 90-yard touchdown pass as well to the senior running back, Joe Celia. Nice carry up the middle there. And it really has been a run-heavy offense from Amesbury, but they've been explosive.
Third down handoff, and it is going to be just a bit short. So it'll be fourth down and call it 1, maybe half. Fourth and inches, I guess. 3:40 to go in regulation. But, yeah, it was the big plays tonight that really burned Uxbridge, and the turnovers. The turnovers, the first turnover on the first drive and the first drive of the second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, two interceptions and then a turnover on downs in the red zone as well, twice. So 4 total turnovers. And then, you watch this Amesbury offense. They run with 3 running backs in the backfield, all lined up next to each other. Almost looks like a rugby scrum, for lack of a better way to describe it out there. It's like you have the offensive line, the quarterback, and then 3 running backs right behind him. And it's been a 3-headed monster. They've all gone off for monstrous gains today.
Amesbury will convert on 4th and inches, and that should do it as they convert on the tush push. And they now have 1st and 10 with about 3 minutes to go in regulation. They have a 3-touchdown lead, and they have no intentions of giving Uxbridge the football back.
Yeah, no intentions of giving Uxbridge the football back, and why would you blame them? I mean, this is a winning football team in those red jerseys over there, and Amesbury's, they've been fantastic. This running game, I mean, it's quite a unique style, but I see no reason why this team can't go all the way this year.
Amesbury now has it. Dubé on a fake handoff, and now he'll do a bit of a bootleg run, and he'll get about 9 yards. Again, the deception from Amesbury has been very, very good in this game. I think they've done a good job selling the plays that are not really there.
It's those 3 running backs in the back. Create a lot of confusion for the defense. You as a linebacker on Uxbridge, you can't tell who's getting football and where they're running. They're going 3 different directions. You have to choose. You go to the outside guy on the right, outside guy on the left, or do you follow the H-back dive? The blockers do a great job of getting upfield, and right there we saw even a 4th running option there with Dubé, the quarterback, taking it and running it to the outside himself. So it really is so hard to track for these middle backers.
Halfback dive this time, and he's got plenty as he breaks through the tackles. Down to the 30, and he's taken down right around the 23, call it.
Yeah, he chose to slide there, Joe. I mean, there's other 2 minutes left, and again, winning football teams know how to win games, and that's just another way of doing it right there.
Couldn't quite see. There was a whole bunch of bodies right in front of my view, but going down, I thought we were going to see that from Travion Henderson for the Patriots last week. Didn't happen. Obviously, he took it to the end zone.
Yeah,
Amesbury decides to go down this time.
Joe Celia has had quite the day for your high school sports fantasy team if you have him out there. But yeah, exactly, just like Henderson did last night for the Pats. But yeah, again, a unique style of running here, and it looks like we're getting a QB kneel.
This will do it. Amesbury will take their knees, and the Uxbridge fantastic, amazing. There's not enough adjectives to describe it. Great run from Uxbridge will come to an end. They did win back-to-back Super Bowls. They won a whole bunch of football games in a row, but all good things must come to an end, and there will be no three-peat this year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Camden LaChapelle deserves to end his last season in high school with a Super Bowl, but I mean he's made quite the impact on the record books. He's quite the player. And, Uxbridge deserves to hold their heads high as they walk out of the stadium here today.
They will kneel it down one last time, and that should do it. There's 35 seconds on the clock. They don't have to run another play. Both teams will head to their respective sidelines. That will end the game. Uxbridge's season comes to an end. Amesbury will move on. They are 10-0. The number 2 seed wins convincingly over the number 7 seed. We'll come back and break it all down after these words on MyFM 101.3.
Want to make your event unforgettable? Let the 101.3 MyFM event marketing team bring the energy and excitement. Whether it's a festival, corporate event, or community celebration, we've got you covered with live broadcasts, DJ equipment, rentals, and more.
We'll work with you to create a custom bundle that fits your needs. Visit myfmtoday.com and fill out our EMT request form. Let's make your next big occasion one to remember. Together with MyFM.
Have you been to Galliford's Restaurant and Tavern at Southwick Zoo in Mendon? The Brewer family welcomes you to enjoy their delicious, freshly prepared entrees. Galliford's is not just a restaurant, but a culinary experience. featuring family-style New England comfort food. Check out the Daniels Room, a private function room to accommodate any occasion needed, even a wedding on the grounds of the zoo. The holiday season is waiting for you at the zoo. Go to Southwick Zoo's website to check the date and times of the all-new holiday experience. Make Southwick Zoo and Galliford's a holiday tradition.
Do you want your business, team, or family to look their best? Head to the Embroidery Bar in Milford, your local shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design. From shirts to hats, cups to flasks, if you can dream it, they can stitch it.
I'm John, co-owner of the Embroidery Bar. We're right here in Milford, and we love helping local schools, teams, and businesses show off their pride. Big or small, we've got you covered.
Stop by the Embroidery Bar at 208 Main Street, 2nd floor, right here in Milford. Or you can visit them online at theembroidery-bar.com. The Embroidery Bar in Milford, the local go-to for looking your best.
I need new glasses, but those chain stores are all the same. Rush service, limited choices.
That's why we're at Joseph and Thomas Opticians. They've been in Milford for over 38 years and their selection is amazing.
Wow, these frames actually fit me, and they're helping me pick the best lenses for my lifestyle.
That's the difference. Personal service, great quality, and no pressure.
You're right. Forget the chains. This is where I'm coming from now on.
Joseph and Thomas Opticians. Trusted on site. Find us at 138 South Main Street, Milford.
You know that amazing feeling when you hit every green light on Main Street? Woohoo! Take that feeling with you when you start shopping for your new home. With a mortgage pre-approval from Milford Federal, you've got the green light to find your dream home. Why get pre-approved? Well, peace of mind, competitive edge, and savings. With your pre-approval, Milford Federal will pay for your appraisal when you find your home. And with your pre-approval in hand, it's nothing but green lights through closing. Appraisal fee to be credited at closing. New purchase, construction, or refinance customer only. Offer cannot be used in conjunction with any other discounts. Offer must be confirmed with application. Valid 2/24/2025 while offer lasts. Offer subject to change at any time. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 465956. Visit your local branch today to get pre-approved or apply online at milfordfederal.com.
This high school broadcast is being sponsored in part by All Temps Systems. At All Temps, they deliver the highest level of quality for your comfort. Experienced technicians, customer-first mindset, and upfront pricing, all at All Temps. They service all brands and are licensed and fully insured on all services performed. Have All Temps service all of your home comfort needs for you and your family. All Temps is your #1 team. All Temps Systems, Pond Street in Milford.
At ABC Air Heating and Cooling, we believe in hard work on the field and in your home, serving Northridge families with expert heating and cooling service. We're proud to sponsor this football season. Visit abcairheatingandcooling.com, where comfort wins.
Modern Design and Build out of Holliston is proud to sponsor your local high school football team. From dream kitchens to stunning home additions, we build it right here in your community. Visit designbuildmodern.com to book a free estimate and let's build something great together.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Whoa! Oh.
Oops, sorry.
That's fine, honey.
Mom, I'm home from practice, and I brought the whole team.
Oh, the floor. Okay, that's great. No, that's great.
Hey, honey. Can you believe all the rain?
Oh, we need new floors.
Milford Hardwood, South Main Street, Milford. Your hardwood flooring professionals with a large selection of hardwood flooring to meet your budget. Pick up a sample today.
Are you thinking about buying a new car or maybe looking to refinance an existing car loan? At Homefield Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on new car purchases as well as car loan refinancing. And with our Auto Advisor program, Homefield Credit Union can help you get a fair and competitive price on a new or used vehicle while financing directly with the credit union. Homefield Credit Union, banking with a Homefield advantage. Stop by or call today, 508-839-5493, 138 South Main Street in Milford and at 86 Worcester Street in North Grafton.
Milford Regional Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and sports and services at convenient appointment hours in Milford, Franklin, and Northbridge. To learn more, visit milfordregional.org/rehab. UMass Memorial Health Milford Regional is committed to providing exceptional healthcare services to our community with dignity, compassion, and respect.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the folks at Milford Tire know what it takes to protect your family when it comes to high-quality, safe tires. Just before you take your family out for your next long or short summer trip, Milford Tire asks you to just take a quick walk around and check the tire tread left on your car. At Milford Tire, they do a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and other jobs, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire, your family's safety comes first, and your cars too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Kick it! You wake up late for school, man, you don't want to go.
34-13, your final score. The Amesbury Redhawks have defeated the Uxbridge Spartans. This is the first time that the Uxbridge Spartans have been defeated in a playoff game in some time. They were the back-to-back Division VII champions, and it takes a good team to knock off a champion. And we saw quite a good team here tonight, Trent.
We saw, not just a good team, a great team. This really is a great Amesbury team. They're undefeated for a reason, now 10-0 on the season. They run such a strange offense with those 3 running backs in the backfield, but it works so well for them. They block very nicely, and the defense really is shut down. They can come up with some big red zone stands as we saw today. Just overall, great football team. They won the turnover battle. They did everything right.
I thought they excelled in all 3 phases of the game. I thought that they outplayed Uxbridge in all 3 phases of the game.
Yep.
Obviously, Amesbury had that huge kickoff return for a touchdown, which was the difference on the special teams, as well as some defensive plays that they made, some interceptions that were key on the first drive of the game and the first drive of the second half. Those were some daggers that Uxbridge just couldn't recover from.
Yeah, unable to recover from the turnovers. That's really what it was. They were able to shut down LaChapelle very nicely. I mean, that's a running back who, he has thousands upon thousands of yards and touchdowns in his high school career. He helped them win 2 state championships. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a 3rd ring to really crown off his achievements here, but he has been truly amazing.
Yeah, talk a little bit about Camden LaChapelle. His career as an Uxbridge Spartan is not something to shake your hand at.
No, this is a kid who he scored over 20 touchdowns this year. He had 31 rushing touchdowns last year, over 2,300 yards last year. He's been fantastic this year. He can break one at any moment in time, and they shut him down today for the most part. He had impact on the game, but not the impact we're used to seeing him have, and that's just a kudos to Amesbury there.
Yeah, tough pill to swallow for Camden LaChapelle, but there's no shaking your hand at what he did as a career here in Uxbridge, and he was a fantastic Spartan through and through, a 2-time champion, and deservedly so. Best of luck to Camden LaChapelle in his future endeavors, and hopefully he's continuing to play football. I'm sure it is. Uxbridge, their season does come to an end. Amesbury, they will move on. I don't see them being stopped anytime soon at all, Trent.
No, if you ask me today who I think is going to win the state championship for Division VII, I'd say Amesbury. No questions about it. They're undefeated for a reason. There's so many good things you could say about this team, and I can't think of a bad thing right now.
All right, let's go through these scores. Just a quick recap of some local scores around the area, and then we'll get to the Pepperoncini's player of the game. Then we got a long drive back, so we're going to end it after that. Tewksbury leads 34-0 over Ashland, so it looks like Ashland's season is coming to an end. Let's take a look a little bit further. Nantucket with a tough, hard-fought victory over Medway, 13-7. Duxbury leading 24-6 over Burlington. Hudson leading 27-7 over Old Rochester. Foxborough wins 28-0 over Gloucester. And let's see, I believe that is it from any other scores. If any others trickle in while we talk, I will relay those to you. But those are all the scores that we have right now in terms of updates. Pepperoncini's player of the game, Trent. It's got to be Celia.
Yeah, Joseph Celia, the senior running back, he just fantastic from today. He had the 90-yard touchdown reception. He was breaking tackles, breaking runs. He had a 50-yard run that we watched. It's it's amazing to watch. He really is an incredible player. He was, I think, in my opinion, the top running back out of that trio in the back there. And he was able to show why today. He's carrying his team to what he hopes is going to be a state championship and a Super Bowl.
All right, this generator's about to go out, I think, and we are going to have a long drive home. So let's wrap it here. For Trent Marlowe, I am Joe Rice. Nate Merwitz back at the studio. Thank you for doing what you do. Ty McCormick, you do a great job on the camera every single game. We appreciate you as well. All right, everyone, tune in for The Buzz. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about these two games that we had here tonight. And have a great night, everybody.